Hello, everyone, and welcome to GTA 5. Yes, I was stood on my usual vantage point, and then I got tased off of said normally quite good vantage point. Oh, apparently we're just not going to stand and face the right way. Welcome, everybody. Oh, and Hyper's been tased as well. The drone is a problem. Welcome to GTA 5. Welcome to the inevitable mess. As you can see, the car park has already mostly exploded. I mean, it's not fully exploded, but it has mostly exploded. Hyper and Blazer are having a punch-up, and someone's rolled a car, and someone's got droned. And it's the usual. It is the usual car park chaos in this one. I spy and drone. Damn it. Well, I don't quite know why I deserve that. I hope the police are angry at Hyper. No, Hyper's just going around punching everybody. Of course, why not? There's always going to be someone having a fight in the car. I actually got to know what's causing the explosions around today. I mean, doesn't normally take much, but welcome all. Alex Anderson, thank you very much for the donation today. The boost can now with a twist before people are shooters to get the army involved, and to add chaos, and more chaos equals better. The problem is just not really the army get involved anyway. The shooters won't actually affect anything. The army get involved; they just don't know how to deal with cars in the gutters. We will see how this evening goes in terms of races as to whether we want to tackle the Boost Canal by virtue of... we did it last week? Was it last week? I think we ran it last week. Try not to run too many of the same races back to back. But we'll see. We'll see how things pan out as to how mean we want to be. I do remember the race that we were going to do. We were going to go race around Linus. Wait, that's recently played. That's not what. This is what we wanted. We were going to go race around Linus. We meant to do it last week. Ran out of time to do it. But we're going to start off there. Somewhere around here. Here, I know it's actually called Linus, but for the sake of me being lazy, we're going to have a go around this circuit. It's actually going to be it's going to be a bit longer race. We're going to do a 16-lap race around here. And yeah, see what happens. It's a pretty good circuit, actually. It's a tough circuit. It's not the easiest of tracks to race around. Mostly the final chicane is very dangerous, like really dangerous. So we gotta watch out for that one. Let's go and race. We're gonna race some sports cars around here. We will have all of that stuff turned on. Also, Drake, thank you very much for the donation. Saying for a GTA stream with some luck, Alex became suddenly quite starstruck. Although not from Brazen, although not from Bremen, here comes Brazen Lemon. Now I hope for Longboat he wins on pure luck. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. P.S. Longbow to host a race and Lado to host a race. Was it? I can't remember what. We'll give Lado a host of one race. Lado can choose. I don't know whether this is a good idea. I fear somehow that giving Lado control of a race host is a dangerous one. But we shall give it a try. We shall see what happens. We shall see what happens with Lado in control. We will run this one first. It'll only be one race around here, so it'll be a bit longer race for this. 16 laps. Sports cars, it's going to be fairly fast. A fairly fast race. God knows what Lado will get us doing. Although Lado can't complain about the race choice if Lado chooses the race. It's aggregate position on. It is on. Whoops, I must have accidentally flicked that while scrolling down. Thank you for noticing, because otherwise I would not. Everything else is okay. The session is full. I see no reason why we shouldn't get this race underway. It should all be locked to something. I can't remember what. I think it's the Comet, maybe. Comet SR or something. Or one of the... There's a lot of Comets. I can't remember all of them. So, yeah. We will see. And the aggregate position is basically, over the course of the race, it takes your average finishing position. It was the coins, the retro custom, there we go. Sorry, average running position. So, for example, if you run the entire race in first, and then, or if you run 15 out of 16 laps in first, and then slipped to second on the final lap, you'd still win the race, technically, because it's taking an average of your position in the race, essentially. It's a bit of a weird way to race, and, you know, it's fun. More options is good. I'm not going to... You know, not always going to have more options. However, it's not an option that I am particularly fussed by because it's a bit weird way of scoring a race at the end of the day. So, yeah, we will probably not be using it. I think I've used it accidentally a couple of times. It's not very good. It just kind of takes away some of the excitement of a race because it's all about average. Yeah, it's just not... For me, it's not that exciting. Also, me being the host, I always have a massive advantage because or whoever is the host of the race, well, whoever starts on pole will have a massive advantage because you are automatically out of the chaos and automatically running at the front from the off, whereas someone who starts 30th, for example, less so, because they will lose a lot of time, they'll lose a lot of aggregate position at the start, basically. But there we go. It's actually currently full, but Ewan is on invites today. Oh dear, no. We've been attacked by a Chris. Hey, Liam. I think there's a little... Chris, there was a gap in the wall you could have gone through. I don't know whether it would have actually worked, but there was a gap you could have tried to get through. Well, off to a wonderful start. That is the danger of that chicane. It is not an easy... it is not an easy circuit to go racing. Hello, Apollo. Thank you for the headbutt. I don't particularly want to drop the controller, though. Yeah, the chicane. If something goes wrong at the chicane, things do tend to go really wrong. It's high speed. And potential for crashes is very large. I have made a mistake into that chicane. Just overdrove it. We threw the car into the corner a little bit too fast, and yeah, did not get away with it. Now, on your own, it's quite easy to be flat through there. Oh, hey, Lado. Lado's beached it immediately. Well done. Oh, well done, Lado. Good work on that one. 10 out of 10 parking from Lado over there. I mean, we've fallen to 6th. It's not the worst start. We've lost some ground to the leader. But yeah, honestly, not the worst. Not the worst start we could have had. A little bit unfortunate, however. We were still going to be back into the fight in no time. Bumpy is currently sat in the podium spots. I thought about having another run to the inside there, but we know what happened last time around. Thought better of it. Gliska I saw launched across the curb there. And the curbs are dangerous. You know, the curbs are very dangerous. It is certainly not impossible for them to launch you around. Dear God, if I could stop finding cars having accidents in front of me. We're not racing brown pants, or we're not supposed to be, but apparently that's the way it's going today. Just going around a corner and suddenly finding a car out of control. And, like, there's a high-speed corners. I suspect Level 8's car might have bottomed out on the banking. It is a very different sort of corner. Woolala, thank you very much for the donations, by the way. I shall read those at the end of the race. I can see them coming in. I can hear the Woolalers, but I can't. This circuit, you do not have time to take a breather and read, unfortunately. But I do thank you very much. It shall be read in a few minutes. We have got a nice gap in this one, but a mistake. Overdrove the final corner a little bit there. I thought we were going to get away with it, but not quite. I've not quite got as much grip as I was expecting. This can be a little understeery, this car, at times. There's a couple of places where it sort of caught me out a little bit. This next corner here is another place where we've had some understeer-related issues. Gliska is to the front of the race, but the lead, us lead 5 are now all pretty damn close together. It's about to get exciting. To the back markers that are about to be caught, it would be appreciated if you could stay out of the way of the lead battle. Ewan has... I've had no luck with Slipstream here compared to a lot of the other cars in this. Oh, Bumpy's a little bit laggy. I'm going to presume Bumpy's going to reappear on the circuit. I just don't quite know where Bumpy is. If I murdered you, Bumpy, I apologise. I just don't quite know where you're going to ping out or ping into existence from. because yeah, that's some fun boat related. Oh, lag. I think I quite realise we were alongside there. No real harm done. Ewan is out of range down here. I mean, you can do overtakes. This bar here at the circuit is not the most common. Woolalur is from Age of Empires. Age of Empires 1 or 2? With the priest, the Woolalur was the sound the priests were making when they were converting units to your side. And it was... it started as a funny joke because the Woolalur sound effect was a horn in Horizon 4, I think. And me, being a massive Age of Empires fan, was very excited to see that there. And it was in a stream where we were very excited. I was very excited about getting the horn. And I can't remember how it ended up as a donation sound, but it did. Thank you very much to the Purple Cart. I'm not actually sure who it was. But Midnight, much appreciated. Getting out of the way for the lead pack of cars to come flying past is always very appreciated. That one, we are going to try and not understeer ourselves wide. Aaron also does a good job, thank you. While we all go past, that's a horrible place to have to try and get out of the way there. I got a good run again, but I don't want to fight. We learnt our lesson into that chicane that it's dangerous. Oy. That time there I wasn't even trying to push my luck, but we just hit it a little bit too hard, and yeah, found ourselves in a world of pain. Okay, that's much better through the final corner. Is it still bumpy behind? It is. Then Valitane is a bit further back. Don't quite know how we've managed to make such a breakaway here. We have absolutely vanished from the rest of the field. I'm going to guess they've been caught up fighting each other. But yeah, we have absolutely escaped away at the front. We've got a great run here. This is not really a corner that's great for overtaking. It can get passes done, but it's not the easiest one, and Danger Man can get the slipstream from Ewan. We get slipstream, but it's a little bit too late in the day for that one. Gliska's going to send it to the inside and does make it work. We are all through, although Gliska then gets a big slide on the exit. Oh, and Danger Man and Ewan get connected, and Ewan's got spat over the wall, and Ewan's beached. Ewan's stuck on top of the wall. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate for poor Ewan there. We are going to fall back into line behind Danger Man. Yeah. That was just... I'd say it was... I don't know whether it was Gliska getting sideways that started cars having to try and jump out of the way, but that was like a chain reaction crash almost that went on. It was very unfortunate for poor Ewan to end up on top of the wall, because there's not much that you could have done really in that one. However, we have come out of it okay. We are in second place. Oh, we actually ended up getting Danger Man a little bit of a lag bump there. Don't start raining game. Don't do it. We had rain on this circuit last time we drove it, I think, and it got a bit sketchy. For a second I thought it was about to... Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just my imagination. That's fine. Big slipstream pull there. Not really where I wanted it. No, because the back end, very keen to let go. Yeah. You do not want a slipstream run when you're not quite ready. Bad things befall the car when you are not quite ready for it. We can try and get a little bit of curb boosting. We'll get a little bit of slipstream off of the white car here. I mean, I'm kind of okay with that for the moment. Oh, I got loads of understeer. I think they actually were trying to stay out of the way. I apologise, I actually made that quite awkward. Thank you very much, Big G, who was trying desperately to get out of the way. I ended up making that awkward, unnecessarily awkward. Was not intending to go as wide as I did through there. We just got a little bit too late on the brakes and a little carried away in the slipstream. I need a couple of laps, actually, of decent driving to try and catch back up to Danger Man. I need to stop getting sideways. That's much better through there. That's the sort of thing that we're looking for. Get a good run through that section, carry some speed, and then hopefully get back into the slipstream. Although as we're dealing with lap traffic, that's going to kind of help Danger Man. Danger Man will be getting some slipstream as well now, because you're coming up to lap cars. I mean, it's, you know, well, to say that as a lap car has fallen over. The thing that will help us is, of course, catch-up will be slowing down Danger Man. And catch-up is effective around this track. This is probably not the biggest circuit for catch-up, but it definitely is effective. I have a feeling something's gone on a bit weird here, because we don't normally quite have this spread of the field. But there we go. Oh, there is a blue car. Oh, in a little bit of bother down there. Again, I appreciate the waiting to safely rejoin. There's a pink car having problems. It's a pink car having an adventure over the boat there. So I don't know who it was. There was some real adventuring antics were occurring from that pink car. That's a really big slipstream run into a iffy braking zone. Better not try that one, I think. And we can bide our time and get a much more sensible pass. That's the sensible place to pass. We actually get the move done before we even get into the chicane. Don't hit the curbs because this car's too oversteery. It's understeery on turning, but gets very oversteery on the curbing. Don't quite know where Danger Man is going to be. Okay, Danger Man is kind of sensible off of there. Thank you very much to the blue car. Again, sorry, nameplates aren't actually showing up, so I don't know who it is, but it is greatly appreciated, whoever you are, for staying out of the way. Now, the run to the finish line is going to be curious. Normally, you might want to think about being in second place for a slipstream pull to the line, but there's a chance you might end up using a back marker and be able to hold on as the leader, but it's going to depend on where vehicles fall. There's a lot to think about here. We've got a great run, and we're going to basically have a carbon copy of the previous lap this time around. It does look like this is the last group of back markers that we might catch here. So, yeah, Glisker and Ewan may catch us before the end of the race. I'm not sure. Oh, there is car in trouble. Danger Man gives us a big shove on the exit. 2 more laps to go. Jamie stays out of the way. Thank you very much. On the inside. Oh, we are around the outside at turn 1. Not quite going to work there. That's okay. We'll just go back to the sequence of overtakes that we have done so far. In that we will just wait for the exit of this corner and probably, maybe not repass Danger Man because I jumped on the throttle too soon. Glisker and Ewan are nearly here. Valentine is coming with them a little bit, and then there's a gap back to Mute. Bumpy's just fallen away slightly, unfortunately for Bumpy. Yeah, so we are close. We'll get a good run here, but you're not going to want to pass to the end. You don't want to actually pass on the way into this final corner. It's too risky. You're too likely to have a crash, to be honest. Speed on the exit is helpful. Here comes Ewan and Glisker. It's about to get a lot more complicated, this battle. It was fine when it was... I say it was fine. It was easier when it was a 1v1. Now we have a 4-car battle for the lead with a couple of laps to go. The winner is likely to come from one of us 4. Valentine might join in before the end of this as well. Maybe to make a 5th car in this battle. And that's... Well, there's definitely a chance if we all manage to bump each other out of this one. Ewan is going to make the pass into the chicane. Danger Man is there on the outside. Glisker thankfully backed out of it, realising we were going to about to go 4 wide through there, which does not work. 3 wide doesn't really work. 4 wide, definitely not. Danger Man is up high on that banked wall. Ewan slides big time down that section. We've got 1 more lap to go. We have a great run on the exit. Can we do that again, though? That is the question. We will cover the inside. We know it's going to be busy down at turn 1. Defensive line will work for us for the moment, but we know there's going to be passing. We know there's going to be action. Valentine's almost joined us here on the final lap of the race. Glisker's looking to the outside. Sensible enough position to try and get an overtake. Will be alongside and will pass us before the chicane. Danger Man's going to pass us, actually. Danger Man's got the good run. Ewan's also got the good run, and me and Glisker are going to end up falling back to 3rd and 4th. Don't really want to yield through there if we can. Now, Drake is in a little bit of an awkward place for us down here into the chicane. Stays out the way, but I lost the back end. Oh, and we have been scooped over and scooped out of that one. I actually recovered quite nicely. Yeah, we just lost the back end coming down there. Couldn't gather it. Couldn't gather it up in time. Unfortunate for Glisker as well, because he got caught up because there's nowhere to go in that one. We got in trouble, pretty much. Level 8 gets fastest lap of the race down in 9th. It's a podium. It's something, I guess. But, yeah. I think we were actually a little bit too far back, regardless of us getting sideways. Danger Man did take the victory from Ewan, and considering we were behind Ewan, I don't think we were getting better than 3rd. So, yeah. I think it was always going to be that one. It was a great race, though. Really, really enjoyable race. Really enjoyable race. Yeah, just lost the back end coming off the banking, and that is the end of that. But yeah, great battle, and it's a great track. It's a great track, this one. So Dangerman takes the first race victory of the stream. Ewan is second with third. Mute ends up fourth. Mute appeared from nowhere, actually. Didn't really see Mute until the very end ahead of Gliska. Valentine ends up sixth ahead of Bumpy. Liam, level 8 with Longbow, rounding out the top 10. And, yeah, Lado did not have the best of races. And he's going to go play bumper cars with, with Hyper, I think it is. And there we go. I mean, well done to the back markers as well. It's much appreciated staying out of the way on that one. Very much appreciated. No one interfered with the lead battle, which is always good news. Talkie Toaster, thank you very much for the donation. Saying hi, Alex. Please don't hate me. All in mules on either Tube of Despair or mules on 8 of Blades, please. Chaos and Frustration is the order of the day. I don't think we can actually use the mules on the 8 of Blades, but Tubes of Despair we can have a go with. However, it will not be Tubes of Despair next. It will not be Tubes of Despair next. No. It is Lado's choice up next. God knows what we're going to be doing there. We... Oh, no, that one. Free mode. Sorry. Press the wrong button. I'm so instinctively going to replay. But actually, it's free mode on this one. We just got one around there. Call me Chris. Thank you very much for the donation. Saying, Alex, do you still have the figure of 8 race with jumps race that goes around the containers in the Simeon docks? I do not. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I don't. I have a Jolly Boost that doesn't really have jumps, so no. I know the track you mean. I think that was a Reese track, maybe. I know the one you mean, but no, unfortunately, I do not have that one at all. Ginny Bin, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, hey Alex, what are your predictions for the Daytona 500 tonight? The Xfinity Series and Truck Series races were pretty wild. I don't know. I have no idea, really. Daytona's always a funky one, regardless. I don't really keep up at all with anything NASCAR related off season. I will tend to watch the races when they appear on YouTube, because we can't watch them over here any other way. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the season. I'm looking forward to the new season. I'm hoping Truex does better this time around. That's my main hope. I'm not going to say a prediction, but yeah, that's my main hope at least. But yeah, I'll look forward to the season and see what it might bring. Yes, Lado. The donation was for Lado to host a race. So, Lado, you get to host a race. It is in your control, and that's that. I'm worried about what it might, where we're going to end up going. We shall see. We shall see on this one. Hydra asking that who's the smelliest of the crew. Crane says you do because you're not nice to trains. I like trains. I mean, I like trains as much as anyone else. Actually, no, I don't. I don't like trains as much as Crane does. But I don't dislike trains. I mean, Crane is the smelliest. We all know that. That's just the rules, basically. That's just how it works, right? We all know that to be true. But yeah, I don't dislike trains. There's nothing wrong with them. I mean, I'd rather go by car than by train anywhere. But you know, that's just because you get more freedom going by car, pretty much. This helicopter looks like it has been abandoned down there. Oh, that's stuff spawning properly. I don't quite know what the plan was with the helicopter. There was a helicopter to jump in, so we got in the helicopter. There is just the what have we got? The final corner. Oh, I know this track. I know this track. This was the one where everybody ploughed into the final corner and crashed themselves and gifted me a victory at some point. So, yeah. It's a good track. Good track, sensible circuit. It should be good for some racing. It's quite fast, quite open, quite a lot of chance for slipstream, quite a lot of chance for catch up if things do go a little bit wrong to start with, and we can hopefully have a good race. Fingers crossed. That is the goal. I do have a passed out dog as well. He was being annoying at the start of the stream, or he was looking like he was going to be annoying at the start of the stream, but now he has had enough and decided to go to sleep. I can't say I blame him particularly. We are about to get underway. Fantastic. I don't know what vehicles we are about to drive, but what we've got, sports cars. Yeah, we shall see. Judd Philby, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, what's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? One is really heavy and the other is a little lighter. That is going to be a boo to you from me and from chat. You are absolutely going to be getting a boo from from everyone for that one, no doubt. It's raining! Fantastic! What could possibly go wrong with some raining here? Well, we start mid-pack. It's not the worst spot we could have on the grid. Lado is on pole. You can see the bright yellow machine. If we can get past Lado by the end of the first lap, you know, we've had a good time. And there's a very good chance actually, because we get pole position doesn't actually have as bigger advantage on this track as some of them, because it's such a long run into the first corner that, although there's been a lot of chaos, yeah, oh, I missed a checkpoint. I missed a checkpoint trying to avoid the chaos. Oh, trying to get out of the way. Well, now this has become considerably more difficult for me. Yeah. I'm going to go with possibly impossible. Hey, Ninetales, I think Ninetales is wedged, potentially, on that one. We should probably have gone and nudged them off there, to be honest, because any assistance we can get for catching up is going to be needed. Who else has missed sound? And something happened to Ewan as well, so a few cars have had a bad start to this one. Okay, plus point we get is we will be running around on our own. We won't have to deal with too much traffic in terms of being slowed down by stuff. We'll be able to run the lines we want, we'll be able to curb boost as much as we like, and all of that sort of good stuff. But downside, don't have anybody to slipstream with. So in the rain, the less chaos might be good. We shall see. Don't think we're going to have the time to do this, but you never know. 6-lap race, yeah, that's going to be very, very difficult. It's a 6-lap race to make up some 30 seconds. We are going to have to be monstrously fast. We're going to have to hope for chaos. Yeah, because I mean, next lap we're not even really caught the back of the field. That's the problem. Oh god, make the final corner. Here we go. That's where everybody hit the fence in the video we ran around here a while ago. I don't think. Rain. You might make a few more. Might see a few more mistakes in the rain potentially, but yeah, there's definitely no guarantee on that one. And it's more likely for me to make mistakes as well if we overdrive the car. Try not to. I can see a car. Who can we see? So I actually don't know if that's accurate, because the leaderboard thing up there is never the best thing. But I can definitely start seeing some cars. Now, if we can be very efficient and catch the slingshot past vehicles and then head on to the next group, that would be good. That would be what we're after here. Oh, get slowed down, you bugger. We've still barely caught the back end of the pack. How much time have we made? Okay, we'll gain like 6 seconds, pretty much, on Liam. we'd have to do that a lap with no losses. It's semi-doable. I think it's physically doable in perfect conditions, but this is racing where conditions are very rarely perfect. And we would have to rely on just not being slowed down anywhere, which just doesn't happen. Oh god, in racing. But we're definitely going to give it a go. What do you reckon, chat? I reckon a top 10 is possible. A victory or a lead, even getting into the lead pack is, I think, out of the or very unlikely. I'm going to send it as hard as we can and hope, but yeah. At the moment, there's not much more that I can do. I mean, I like this track. It's a great fun circuit to drive around. It is an enjoyable track to race. It's a little bit cheesy having to do all the curb boosting. We're going to get a great run up here. We should get both of these, which we do. Oh, don't get carried away. Because the thing is, I say not the mistake, but I've just all of a sudden learnt this track in one... I've learnt this track essentially with one speed of car. And I'm going to find myself in slipstream and so on. And suddenly I'm going to have different braking points. Suddenly I'm going to have a whole new thing to deal with that I've not been adjusting to this whole race. So mistakes might creep in. I'm going to hope not. But we shall see. Crane saying this is karma for saying they smell. Yeah, that might be true. That might be true. Right. Penumbra. We are almost at the halfway mark. We've got it down to 15 seconds to the leader. Not enough. Not enough time shaved off at the moment. We'll get slipstream past Shadow there. Stick to the outside. I'm not sure that's the line you want to go, Mafia, particularly, because I think you end up on a weird angle for the final corner. You do. Right, where is the slipstream here? Can we get a nice draft anywhere through this pack? It's not really the best, but we'll try and make the most of it here if we can. Oh, okay, brakes. Yeah, that's what I say. The brakes are suddenly not as good as they once were when you're in the bloody draft. We got cars around, and we get a little sideways through there. We managed to catch it. Yeah, and this is the stuff that you can't afford to get caught up in. Oh, I mean, I'm hoping we can drive away. Yeah, we can make a little bit of margin to that pack, just so we're not immediately being chased down by the car slipstreaming. We are very much abusing every bit of track limits that I can find here. If there's a curb that I can run over, we are running it. For those of you maybe a little less experienced with GTA, for reasons of game is strange and a bit broken, when you run over the curb, the suspension compresses and then decompresses, and for some reason in this game, that gives you a slight speed boost, which is why you see me weaving the car over the curb. Now, the speed boost is not as big as, for example, if you sat in the slipstream of the car ahead, but when you're on your own, it's better than just driving sensibly. It's silly, but it's just a thing that you find yourself. But certainly if you're as far back as I was from the start of this, it's about the only chance you've got of having a decent race. Ooh, why is that suddenly stopped on the circuit? Bumpy's lag has given us some grief, goddammit. It's down to 10 seconds to Lado at the front. I mean, we've been taking like 4 to 5 seconds a lap out of the cars at the front, but I think we're just going to run out of time. Ghost, thank you very much for the super chat, saying, RIP boiling water, you will be missed. That is going to be a boo to you from chat, and indeed from me there. Yeah, boo to you. Trying to deal with a laggy Bumpy is not helping our recovery mission here. I mean, the top cars are all together at this moment in time, which means a sudden appearance in the top 10 is definitely plausible. We are going to get this pass completed. Sorry, Bumpy. I like racing Bumpy. However, Bumpy's car is misbehaving like anything, and that scares the absolute crap out of me. Salmon is here, as is one of the purple cars. Valtrek has come with us on this little adventure forwards. I just don't know where Bumpy is going to be. In the wall, maybe. I'm hoping this is going to be a clean overtake on Bumpy's car. If I end up punting you, Pink Machine, I apologise. It's very difficult to judge any of what's going on. Now, there are the leaders. You can see the pack. You can see the pack. It's all spread out. Now, there's likely to be chaos at the end of this race. There is definitely likely to be some mayhem somewhere along the lines. I can't imagine it's going to stay civil the entire way. It's how chaotic. Final lap of the race. We're up to 13th place. Could we turn up and join this battle at the death? Oh, we very nearly died. Gliska has been spun, and Gliska is in trouble. There's some chaos that we needed to drop us into a 9th position here. An orange machine has turned up. An orange machine has arrived at the pack of cars right at the death. We've got a great run up the hill. We found a ladder. We have caught... Oh, why on earth did you come across in front of us there? I mean, we didn't quite have the front wheel alongside your front wheel, but we were a long way alongside it. I can't suddenly make my car disappear at that point. I apologise to whoever that was, but yeah, I can't make my car suddenly vanish out in that instance. We are up into 5th place now. Not going to have anywhere. The thing is, though, the race is completely different to what I've been experiencing up until now. This is one of the things that is actually quite difficult to adjust to. When you have a drive like this, you get so used to driving a track in a certain manner, and suddenly now this has almost become an entirely different type of race. We've had 5.5 laps of one type of race, essentially a hot lap session, and now we've gone to a completely different sort of battle, and we are... Oh, well, we've got a huge shove from behind. This Blazer that is giving us a big push towards the... Oh, that's not going to work. Oh. Why? Why are you putting your car there? It's never going to work. You're never far enough alongside. Such a good comeback drive for that. Ninetales is upside down. And it's probably a slipstream pull towards that corner, but it's... yeah. At some point you're going to turn in, and... Yeah. I can't... yeah, what can you do? What can you do on that one? I can't... No cars are going to fling themselves to the inside. And, yeah, that's... disappointing. Disappointing. It was a great race up until then. Well done, Valentine, for taking a victory in that one. We were right there in the fight. We had a good chance. I think we had a good chance of... We certainly were going to get the podium. Whether we could have got the run to the line, I don't know. Who did get fastest lap of the race? Oh, Valtrek got 36. Yeah, that was going to be the climbing through there. Oh yeah, Mutebot got pushed. I don't know. Oh yeah, Mute got pushed. Yeah, whatever. It's very frustrating when you spent an entire race not being anywhere, and just get there at the end. And yeah, but oh well, that is how it goes. Sometimes we will try again. We will try again and see what happens. Judd Philby, thank you for the donation. Saying, this bloke said to me, I'm going to attack you with the neck of a guitar. I said, is that a threat? That is going to be a boo to you, or from chat, and indeed from me. Usual suspect, thank you for the donation, saying, what is Forrest Gump's email password? 1Forrest1. Oh, you really are all trying to outdo each other with the terrible jokes. Also, a boo to you from me, and indeed from chat. Drake, thank you for the donation, saying, my apologies for the explosion, but I was driving a pink Pre. I was doing it for the pink Pre Owners Club, who have wanted you to receive a taste of your own medicine from all the Survive the Hunt vids. There have been a lot of pink prees that have exploded. There is no doubt about it. A lot of them have gone boom along the way. To Jay-Z GTE, thank you very much for the donation, saying what's up. Not too much. What have I done? I have done very little today. I have watched Lucifer, and I was messing around on Civ, as on Wednesday we are going to have a new game. We're going to have a new stream series, as RimWorld is finished. I'm not going to say completed, because it certainly wasn't complete, but RimWorld is finished, and we're moving on to Civ, and I was having a bit of a play around with a few different ideas for what Civ I was going to be using for that one. So that has been my day. It's not been too bad. I love Civ. Actually, Civ's one of those games. Civ 6 is on the Xbox. It's one of those games that when you start playing, you start playing at like 10 o'clock, and then all of a sudden it's 3 in the afternoon, and you don't realise how most of the day has gone by. It's just, yeah, you can lose so much time playing Civ. It is alarming. Oh, dear. Go on, Ninetales. Sure, I can get out of through that mess. So, yeah, that has... Ooh, bloody hell. Mayhem on the outside. That has been my day. That has pretty much been my day. So... yeah, all in all, not too bad. And did some editing, you know, the usual stuff, and walked the dog. Well, I say walk the dog. Took the dog down to a field, and dog had a wonderful time of running like a lunatic, and then walked back again, because it's that's what he loves. Oh, we're not going to find. Well, we could find a pass there, but at the end, the purple car had a big slide, and Ewan found a gap to the inside, and made that pass stick. We will try. Hopefully we can get a good run through here. We should. Maybe not. Not quite got the run up there that I was hoping for, really. It's all got a bit busy. Sorry. Yes, it's definitely getting crowded in some of these corners. You're trying to make it's a lot more difficult where you're bloody hell, back end wanted to let go there. A lot more difficult when the back end decides it wants to try and betray you. But, yeah, not as easy to pick off cars as much when there's a lot of vehicles around, because everyone's got slipstream going on. Everybody is carrying that little bit more speed, so your passes are considerably more difficult. Hyper is going to have a look at turn 1, I should think. Try to encourage them to go to the outside. Won't matter. Got enough slipstream. They will be passed regardless. But that's fine. We can get a good exit. We can put our car back to the inside. Oh. And we will run the curbs and retake the position. So Ewan looks like they are leading the way. Oh, we got a little bit too close before getting out of the slipstream. We're going to slide. Oh, never mind. Ewan is not in the lead of the race anymore. Ewan turned in and hit the tyre bundle. It's just such an easy mistake to make. It's a frustrating mistake to make as well when you do it. When you've just turned in that fraction too soon. Clip the tyre bundle and around you go. Ewan got away with that, and it didn't really collect anybody else. Can you bump draft with these cars? Don't really know. We'll follow Liam past. Oh, Liam gets a big oversteer moment. I don't know if I want to be around the outside, if I can help it particularly. Is there going to be a run here? Maybe. I mean, there will be a run here. Oh god, Danger Man's going even further around the outside. That's fine. And Laddo's going to pass all of us to the inside. Chris has turned up. It's a little bit manic. Way to the inside of the final corner. Laddo and Liam are out wide. Danger Man's going to get a pair of them. Chris has turned back up. Ewan's recovered from a visit to the tyre bundles. You know, as you do. I've got to get on the brakes down there. There's a big group of cars about to come join. This was getting dicey with the 5 of us, or however many it was, 5 or 6 of us, that were having a fight. And yeah, when I've got like 8 cars, it's going to get considerably more dicey. Woolalers to people, thank you very much for the donations. I shall read them in a minute. Oh, hey Danger Man. Did not expect you to go around the outside, and yeah, That was a brave move. It's a great pass. There was full commitment on making a pass stick around the outside there. Full bravery to make that pass stick, because I was struggling for grip. We are to the inside of everybody, and we're going to have a big dive there. It looks like it's going to be a picturesque sunset going on mid-race here. Uh-oh. There's a lot of cars lining up behind us. Well, we know everyone's going to be fighting for the outside curb, so my goal is to avoid that. Oh, there's a lot of cars about to go multiple wide into the final corner. Oh, Liam's here. Tell you what, everybody. Top marks, like 10 out of 10. We managed to make that work because everybody realised how many cars wide we were. I mean, we were all very slow through that final corner. I'm very sorry to... Is it Gliska? No, it was Chris. I did not mean to brake check you. I got slipstream and then had to slam on the brakes because I was catching the car ahead really quickly. That was absolutely not Chris's fault. We were not intentionally brake checking them, but we essentially cut them up and then slammed the brakes on because we were suddenly carrying a lot of speed towards the back of Hyper's car. But we all got away with it. We've all made it work. Liam gets a little bit of a laggy bounce off of the wall. And we are side by side through here. Oh, still side by side through here. Gotta be careful. I couldn't quite turn it where I wanted to, and that is going to potentially give Lado the place. And it will, because Lado can get across to the curb. Oh, there's a little bit of lag from someone. Not sure who that is. Chris has got a little bit of lag going on. Possibly. We will run up the hill. Tell you what, this lighting condition from some angles is making cars incredibly difficult to tell apart. I'm not even sure whose cars. No, Chris is behind us. Yeah, from this angle, like, all those cars have got almost the same colour. That's really really difficult to see the difference going on. But never mind, it makes commentating tough. We've got loads of speed down here, but going to struggle to find much to do with it. Gliska got the pass into the final corner, couldn't carry it on the exit. Ewan with lots of speed on the exit there. We are going to get past. Chris is going, got to the outside at turn 1. We are trying to be careful. Through here, still being... Oh, there's definitely been some bumps, as you can tell from the scrapes on the cars, but so far everyone behaving themselves. Everyone is being good. Nothing too untoward is occurring outside of touring car contact, pretty much. Oh, Liam's ended up out wide. Hyper's got a big slide. But it's not too bad. We are just going to kind of follow them through there. There's a car to our outside, and that's Liam recovering. Could... Oh! Chris with an awkward spin on a curb there. That's... Yep. I mean, it's not, you don't want to spin in front of the pack, although as far as places to spin, that's one of the better sort of places to spin and angles to spin. At least it spanned clear of the track. It went away from the onrushing horde of cars. Ewan was unlucky there and lost a heap of positions on the run up the hill. Now we will just follow. Danger Man's, of course, run out of speed as the catch-up effect kicks in. We're actually a little bit too close to Hyper for the run down the hill because we didn't really get any slipstream before getting past. Oh, so we didn't really get that big slingshot effect. Clipped the curb and got sent sideways. Still got a good run on the exit there. Gliska held the lead to the finish line. I mean, that's going to be important for the final lap of the race. There's not a very big run from the final corner to the finish line, but there's a big enough run that you might be able to get a slipstream pass, but it's not a guaranteed thing. We will hold the lead for the moment. That's a lot of cars now lining up. I think it's about the top 10 all in a group. It probably won't be long until some more cars join us, and then it becomes a really difficult game of positioning. It's an incredibly picturesque race that we have going on here. We are a little bit stuck in this. Ewan with a better exit. Valentine's trying to get involved, but there's not really any space to get involved at the moment. We can't get across to the curb where we want to be because Gliska was there. Now we can. Liam gets a little bit stuck behind us, but we are through Ewan, stuck on a funky line. You don't want that sort of slow line and getting stuck somewhere. Loads of speed up the hill for us, but got to get early on the brakes to make the corner. Something hit the wall. Don't actually know who that was, who ended up visiting the wall. I think they recovered from it. Me and Gliska with a little bit of a lead coming around this final corner. Actually, we've got a big gap back to the rest of the pack, but it doesn't really matter because it's the penultimate lap, and we know a lot's going to change before the finish line. Bloody hell, Valetain's turned up at warp speed there. Ewan's going to struggle to make the corner, and indeed does. We will slingshot our way into second. Danny G, thank you very much for the super chat. And you actually see the one come in the midst of all the battles that we have going on. Oh, we got tipped into Chris. I hope that didn't put Chris wide of the checkpoint. It did, I think. Sorry, Chris. We got that turn to get a nudge into that one. Not what we were wanting to do. We're still in it. Chris might still be maybe able to get into it if they didn't fall too far off the back of the train, because there's so much potential for slipstream towards that final corner that who knows what might unfold. Lado is leading the way. We are going to get clear of Hyper. Got to be careful we don't run into the back of Gliska through there. I want to try and... Oh! Ewan has got into the back of Gliska and spun them. It's less than ideal. It's a little more spread out, this group, which will either help us or hinder us. You know, funny that. Oh, we got no slipstream coming up the hill. I just didn't want to give it. So the pack spread out might help in terms of less cars being... Oh, now it's our turn to dump Hyper. There is Hyper. Yeah. Apparently these cars have a scoop on them. Did not realise these acted as ramp cars when they were behind stuff. They had been doing bump drafts before, relatively okay, but yeah, final lap of the race was the one where the scoop mode was activated, and that was that. It looks like Danger Man is going to take victory. God damn it. We barely even... Well, I say we barely. We did not make... I didn't think we'd make that bigger a contact with the back of Hyper's car, but it was just enough. Once it got lifted... Once it gets lifted, there's nothing you can do about it. It's just going to go round. And there we go. Danger Man will take victory. Liam is second. Level 8 takes third. Gliska. Lado is fifth. Longbow, Ninetales, Hyper, me and Ewan would round out the top 10. Chris just missing out in 11th. A manic race. It was a good race. It was a good race. I enjoyed the race. Enjoyed the track. Didn't quite go the way that I was hoping for. However, that's the way that it goes sometimes. Tried, but yeah, just couldn't quite make it work for us. But there we have it. And well, yeah, it's crazy. Actually, it is a full filming crew top 10. Valentine ended up 12th, the highest placed non-filming. Valentine was around. Valentine caught the lead group and just dropped off at the end there. Yeah, Lado's track choice was vaguely sensible. Would you look at that? I'm impressed. The usual suspect, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, did you hear about the guy who invented the knock-knock joke? He won the Nobel Prize. You know, I think I'm not going to give you a boo. I like that one. I mean, it's a terrible pun, but I think I'm not going to give you... I'm sure chat will. However, yeah, I quite like that one. Sound of White Noise, thank you very much for the donation saying turn 1 checkpoint. Yeah, that got me the first race. Normally you'd never have a problem. You'd never end up wide there, but it's just... it's when there's a manic, which it often can be the case in the first lap, you're trying to avoid some chaos, you can end up a little bit too wide through there. So yeah, that is unfortunate indeed. H2G2, thank you very much for the donation. Saying on Halloween you should dress as a ghost and jump out to surprise people. Saying that's a boo to you from me, and then point to Eve and from Cat. Oh, yeah, yeah, that would work. That would work. That would. I mean, to be fair, I could bribe Eve to do anything with food. So, yeah, yeah, probably. Sound on the sign? No, I can't. Damn it. It's worth a try. Actually, no, didn't think you could. Oh, you can kind of battle. No, not really. Not very well. Oh, you can fall over. That's fine. Ricochet, thank you very much for the donation. So I request a track, but I don't know the name. It's on a motorway in traffic. It goes one direction and then opposites. It changes vehicles each lap. I think I know the one you mean. I think it got deleted because everybody got angry with it. I think it was the one where I abducted Chris in the back of a pickup truck. Whatever it was called. Whichever pickup truck it was, I've forgotten. I think it was that one. But I think it got deleted because a lot of the filming crew got fed up with it, basically. So, yeah, oh, there's a roadblock at the airport. And we're going to go for a big old jump. That's fine. Chris, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, it's fact time! Indeed it is. The 3 diamonds that make up the Mitsubishi logo are said to represent the 3 qualities: reliability, integrity, and success. Ironic considering they're not in the UK anymore. That is true. And anything that they're definitely not success anymore. No interesting cars. Even if they were in the UK, they've not got any interesting cars left. They are long since boring things. It's a shame because for a while they were brilliant. Hell, I loved the Legnum I had was a brilliant car and I still miss it. But yeah, it's the sad downfall of Mitsubishi. It's yeah. Get a little bit. I've still got some lag going on here. It's a weird day when Hyundai and Kia are making more exciting cars than Mitsubishi by a long way as well. Like the new Hyundais, like the N Hyundais, are actually pretty damn cool. But yeah, you know, it's the way it goes with cars over time. With manufacturers, you know, I guess over time things change and whatnot. But yeah, it's not been a good time for them over here at all, or not here anymore, basically. Right, we were going to have a go at. Where's it gone? I've lost it. Okay, please don't die. We were going to go to the Tubes of Despair. Now, the request was for mules. We will have a go with mules. Do not fear. Do not fear, for mules will be here, but we're not going to start off with them. Okay. We will start off with something a little bit more sensible, and then we will work our way up to mules. Because, you know, we can't just jump in with the crazy straight away. We will start off with the... We can start with, I'm not going to go open wheels. Mostly because that would be horrific. For all of us involved. Right, let's go and begin. You know, I don't think we've ever run tuner cars around here. So the rules we have for this is you're generally allowed to run what you want. No armoured cars, although I don't think there are any armoured tuner cars. But yeah, you are free to run what you fancy. However, I will say, just before we get started here, I'm going to go grab a drink quickly because I'm a professional and forgot to bring one up before I started streaming. Do apologise, just bear with me for a minute. It's going to take a second to get everyone connected as well. Right. I am back. I was about to say how people can join the game, but it doesn't look like we are still currently full. However, if you do want to take part, there might be some spaces appear later on. If you want to join, send a message to Ewan, whose game tag is below currently where we have highlighted on the screen. I can't go any further down. But yeah, send a message to Ewan. We are on Xbox. You will need the enhanced version of GTA if you want to take part, but send a message to Ewan. You can go on the list, kind of a bit of a waiting list, I guess, at the moment. And yeah, we will get you connected as and when there is space. Yeah, we will, I guess, get this underway. Not sure I'm looking forward to this. I think it's the most diplomatic way of putting it. What do you reckon, Apollo? Did you not do commentary while I was away? Should I get you trained to do commentary while I'm away? Actually, no, you're very loud. You don't really have a volume switch, do you? You're just staring at me blankly. He doesn't have a volume switch. He's either quiet. He's a fairly quiet Malinois until he isn't. And then when he isn't a quiet Malinois, he's a very loud dog. Like that's kind of the two settings of Apollo. Yeah, can be very loud indeed. So yeah, there we go. He's currently got his favourite thing to chew on, which is a buffalo horn. He's got that. He's a happy dog. I am going to. Actually, I mean, I'm probably going to drive the Calico, to be fair. Calico is all-wheel drive. It's quick. It's stable. Those are all the qualities I want in the car for this. This is absolutely the qualities that we want in a car. Gordon fan saying Apollo settings are 0 and 10. That's it. That's basically a Malinois for you. There is either asleep or hyper twat, and there's literally very well. No, actually, tell a lie. There are 3 settings. There's asleep. There's cuddly. I want to fuss. I am the most loving animal in the world, and hyper twat. And that's it. There is very little in between those settings. And it can also go from one to the other very fast as well. Uh-oh. Oh, well. Blazer has gone for an adventure right there. We are about to go through an adventure through exploding missile pods. Oh, and exploding missile pods has given us trouble. And we have been... Well, we've landed on our wheels. That's something. Hello, Hyper. Oh. Sorry, Hyper. We have somehow come off worse in that, although somebody else then straightened us up, so all is fine. Everything is okay. Everything is mostly fine. Whoa! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, someone's got the Warrener. I feel sorry for you. I love the Warrener. I think it's a really cool vehicle, but it's terribly slow and horrible to drive. Whoop. Hey, Stig. We lost a little bit of time. Uh-oh. At least could have been worse for us. Uh-oh. Oh, no. That was an explosion. That did not go the way we expected. Damn it. Good first lap has been undone. We need some clean laps here if we're going to be recovering. Don't want to hit the missile pods. Missile pod bits are... The debris is a problem. Like, they're not going to do anything as far as damage, but they just throw you off course. Because, well, it's a big chunk of metal. Level 8 has been fired down the wrong part of the circuit. Hello, Danger Man. We're currently battling over this 6th place here. I don't know who I'm racing for, position and where. Cars are appearing every which way. Okay, we are at the other side. Gliska is leading. Valtrek is second. That is about all I had a chance to look at there. Level 8 has been fired into an awkward place. Sorry, Level 8. Level 8 has not had much luck, it's safe to say. That's twice in the space of a lap. Either I have myself murdered Level 8 or watched Level 8 get murdered. It's, yeah, not ideal. There's going to be a gap there. That's fine. Lado's exploded. Is Lado ahead of us? Don't think so. Okay, that's fine. Unfortunately, means he's not going to be a position. Nope, Hone's exploded. Hyper's exploded. Hyper might have been ahead of us. I think so. We somehow ended up 5th. There was a big crash. There was a really big crash somewhere, and I don't quite know how we've ended up... Oh, we've ended up 3rd now, if I can gather this up in time, which I cannot. Will this survive? It will, but it's cost us a lot of places. Damn it. That is not what we needed. That is not what we needed or wanted at all there. Things were going so well. Hey, hello, salmon. Oh, that's back to 5th again. So there's definitely potential for moving forward here. There's definitely potential for forward progress here. Am I racing the green car for position? No, Valentine is not. Oh, no, Valentine is for position. Okay, and it's Valtrek, Liam, and Gliska. Gliska's miles out in front. So if we're going to catch Gliska, it's going to come down from weird things occurring. Otherwise, yeah. Oh, that was perfect. That was absolutely what we wanted for that transition. If we could do that every lap, I would be happy. There was a crash. Oh, God, there were cars everywhere. Somehow, I got away with that. I'm not 100% sure how I got away with that, but we did. All is fine. There's going to be a gap, a gap. There's Gliska. Gliska's had a terrible time. Something's gone wrong. Okay, we've actually almost caught the leaders this lap. If we can finish this lap off as quickly as the rest of it has been, we might be on for a fastest lap of the race there. Wait, who's just taking the lead? Valentine went past. So Valentine's also going to be on for a really, really good lap there then. Did not get high enough on that one. It's going to be okay though. It is. Valentine's got stuck. We take 2nd away. It was a little bit of an iffy climb. Oh, and Gliska's exploded. Just, oh. Like I say, the tubes giveth and the tubes taketh away. And the tubes have taken away a lot from Gliska on this lap. It's not been a great lap for me, but, oh, it's continuing to be a bad lap for me. Come on, spin around, get a boost pad. Liam's 6 seconds down the road. We need to get a move on here, because cars are everywhere. Cars are close. Now, can we clear this central section? No. Oh, God, poor Gliska. Oh, no, I've missed the pissing final checkpoint from that one. That's really annoying. I think the final checkpoint could do with being a little bit wider, to be honest. But, yeah. We were there. We were so close. We were so close. And then it all went away. That's probably a safer line to take, to be honest, coming into this tube. If you can get it right. There's a chance, again, there's always a chance you can mess it up somewhere. I don't quite know why that... I jumped off there expecting that car to move, but the car didn't move. Oh. Liam, that's Liam being fired the wrong way. Liam's lost a bunch of time. Whoop. I presume Liam's lost a bunch of time anyway, or that leaderboard's just not updating properly. Can't look at it. It gets to a point where you just can't keep track of everything, so you've just got to drive and hope. We're 3rd again. We might be on for a... I think Liam's had a bad run somewhere and has dropped back. This is the final lap. This is the final lap of the race. We're going for a big air time. We almost aerial overtook Longbow, or aerial lapped Longbow, I guess. Although, yeah, lapping is... Whoa! Oh! That was nearly a disaster. That was so close to a horrific accident right there. Right, into the tubes we go. Valentine takes the victory in this one. Liam finishes 2nd. Oh, it wasn't Liam. It must be Small Man then that dropped out of the positions. We have just got to get to the finish line. No! Oh, the convertible we launched somewhere. I don't know who that was. I apologise. I do apologise to the pink car that went to orbit. I'm going to presume maybe Bumpy? I think it was. I think it was a bumpy. Oh, Valentine gets fastest lap of the race. I think Valentine's fastest lap of the race was the one that I would also go very quickly on. Glish got a very quick lap, but got unlucky at the end. Ninetales, actually Ninetales as well getting the Eurus into 5th. Liam got a Cypher into 2nd. It was mostly the Calico show, unsurprisingly. Hyper gets a Vector into the top 10. Dangerman gets one of the S2000s into the top 10 as well. Valtrek gets a classic Dominator, into the top 10. What a silly race. Oh, what a silly race indeed. Ricochet, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, alright, then I request Personal Hill before it's also deleted. That is, if that hasn't been deleted, it's a chance it might have been. I haven't deleted it from the list, from my list, but it will depend on if it was deemed too infuriating, because it definitely is that. If it doesn't rain, it's okay. When it rains, it's broken. Really broken. We shall see. We shall see. Weak Bite, thank you very much indeed for the donation. There wasn't a message with it, but thank you. It is much appreciated indeed. Valentine, is that your second win of the day? I think it might be. This next one is like, that was the sensible one, I should point out, right? That's the sensible race. Oh no. Now, warnings for the mules. Warning for the mules is they're not very easy to drive. There might be very long respawns if you have to. I would generally recommend do not respawn unless you absolutely have to, because you are probably going to get stuck. But like, you physically won't be able to climb the hills, so you've got to be. So, some respawns are essential. You do have to be aware that if it goes wrong, yeah, you will struggle to climb a hill. So, yeah, the mules are under vans, aren't they? I presume they're not under any weird categories. It got to be vans, hasn't it? Yeah. So, everybody, don't be boring. Everybody drive a mule, okay? Everybody drive a mule. Chris, thank you very much for the donation. Saying officially, the Fiat Coupe was actually called the Coupe Fiat. The confusingly named car had Pininfarina badges on its side, but only because the design house built the car and started its interior. The exterior was by Chris Bangle. Oh, there you go. I did not know that. I mean, I like the I like the Fiat Coupe very much. I would like to own one at some point, but also it's a 90s Fiat. It's going to break down a lot, so I don't know whether I want to own one. It's one of those. It's one of those that I go backwards and forwards on whether I actually would want to own one or not. It's like, they're really cool, but it would probably never be working for very long. But it's cool while it's working, but it'll break down all the time. And you kind of flip-flops backwards and forwards over to whether I'd want one or not. There's also some very hideous body kits I've seen on them, which is... oh, yeah, not the greatest. Are we ready for the mules? The despair of mules is probably the best way to describe this. It's going to be bad. Everybody drive a mule. You know the rules. Don't be boring. There is a very real possibility that we break the map. It has happened before. Admittedly, that was a GTA race, but when the mules the wrecks started stacking up and things went wrong. This is not quite going to be as silly, but yeah, not going to be far off. Oh, I mean, there's going to be a lot of DNFs here. There's going to be a lot of DNFs. There's going to be a lot of craziness. The track is inevitably going to get blocked. I see a lot of mules. I'm liking what I see here. I'm liking what I see here, which is there's one Boxville, but I think almost everyone has got the message. The mules are a go, and we have almost immediately fallen over. We are off to a wonderful start here. There's been an almighty shunt on the start line by the looks of it. That's great. Oh, that is actually quite helpful for me. We've had a good run through here on the first lap. Lots of things exploded. Oh, crap! Okay, that amazingly didn't take me or anyone else out. Oh, no. Truck, don't do this. We have a big enough lead that I can get away with doing that. Who is second? Sound is second. I just saw the machine, the green toothpaste machine, plop out of one of the tubes. If I can get across there, I'd be quite happy. Oh, I'm relatively happy with the first lap. Relatively good first lap. Whee! For an orange truck. However, we're about to, of course, drive into a lot of traffic. Oh, Blazer's wobbling. Blazer's having a bad time. Right, here we go. Oh, hey, Lado. Lado's in the way. We're going to make that jump stick. Come on. Mule. Uh-oh. Okay, don't. Have you got the traction to reverse yourself up this hill? You do. Okay. Oh, we're going to lose the lead? Or are they all lap? They're all vehicles still on their first lap. Hello, Big G. And land on the wheels. Nicely done, orange truck of goodness. Oh, that's a lot of vehicles coming out of that tube. Lado's exploded. We are leading by some 10 seconds over Hyper. That's fine. Well, this is the lead. The race is going to fluctuate a lot. Hey, Stig. How's it going? Whoa. I am spinning around, etc. You know, fill in the rest of the song if you wish. It did get me going the right direction, at least. We're now 7 seconds ahead of Hyper. Uh-oh. Trucks everywhere. Try and hit the checkpoint. There's a danger man. I jumped over a danger man. Hello, Ewan. How's it going? The pole position advantage sometimes on this is very, very good. Ooh, that's a lot of trucks. Hello, Lado. Go on then, Lado. Well, we've lucked our way through that. There's no way I should have survived that like I did. However, we got away with something there. That tube is starting to get considerably blocked. That would be a problem for next lap. That is a problem for next lap, Alex, to deal with. This lap, Alex, has got a different problem to deal with, but it's a slightly less bad one. Okay, well, it's quite bad, but it's not complete track blocking because Mute's 30 seconds behind now. Oh, truck, accelerate, go, move. Eventually, there we go. We have finally got some momentum going on. Yeah, that tunnel is the dangerous one. It always has been the dangerous one for mules. And if you run out of momentum, like I've done it about perfect every lap. Well, you're going that way now. Whether we're going to be able to continue doing it perfectly every lap, it's unlikely to be the case. Oh, we would have cleared that truck fine had it not been starting to flip over. But you know, you've got to try and right yourself at some point. So you know, fair enough and all that. We are nearly a minute ahead of everyone. I'm worried about what I'm about to find going up this tube. Because I've now not got the momentum that I have been enjoying the last few laps around. Oh dear. Oh, you arsehole tube. That was so close to being one of the most glorious stunts. Unfortunately, the game decreed that no cool stunts for me today. That was so close to being epic. But I like a bit of the truck got stuck on something. And yeah, that was that. And somehow we've managed to land perfectly facing the direction I needed to go. Liam is catching up in all of this. Uh-oh. Hey. Things have gone a bit odd. Oh, wow, I'm actually stuck there. Can I recover this somehow? Well, that works. Thank you. Yeah, actually probably better than trying to reset the truck, all things considered. Uh-oh, crap. There's Liam. Hey, Liam. Well, you are my main competition at the moment, so if you're stuck, that's good news for me. Hello, Mute. Sorry, Mute. I was trying to go around the outside of you. I would release... Oh, never mind. They've moved. So I would release you, Fred, but I can't really do much because we're sort of stuck. It's only so much we can do on this when things are going weird. Things are going weird. Right, that's not going to work at all, is it? Unless by some miracle... No, we're just better off resetting. There's almost no point sitting there and waiting for that one. That's more like it. Less like it. Oh, truck. Have you got the traction to keep going? You do. Thank you, Mute. We got screwed by some missile pod debris, but it was, you know, it could have been worse. A lot of these crashes here could have been terrible, but we've got away with it. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, we're going this way now, apparently. Oh, hey, Shadow, you're not in a good place there, are you, mate? Right, boost pads. Why are we flying? I don't even know what we hit. Oh, is there more missile pod debris? The missile pod debris is really irritating in this one. The missile pod debris is really annoying in this. Way more annoying than I remember it being. Because the truck, everything's set up fine, and then the truck just because you can't really see it. Yeah, you can't really see it, and then just all of a sudden you get pinged along, and that's that. All right, come on, truck. There we go. We're still a minute ahead of Liam. The thing is, this feels like this has gone badly for us, but the fact is we're still a minute ahead of Liam and a lap up on a lot of trucks, which suggests how badly it's gone for everyone else. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Truck. Right, get that. Still got 2 laps to go. Oh. No. Well, okay, that boost pad actually kind of helped us along well enough. We're now a minute and a half ahead of Drake. Okay, truck. Can we do the cool stunt? Nope. Almost got it. Not quite. Right, boosty pads, go! Oh, that was a bad time to come out of ghost mode. Like, if it flips, there's no point. If we flip, there's absolutely no point in even trying to do that. We might as well just reset instantly. That's awesome. Oh. I was going to go and reset, but we got saved by a Shadow, I think it was, who actually pushed us onto the next boost pad. I don't even know what we got hit on there. Drake was one of our main competitors here. Truck, wheels, down. Thank you. Go. Maybe. Move. Oh, boost pad. There we go. That's a ticket. Onto that one. Gliska's stuck a little bit. So these trucks, because of the overhangs, they do sometimes get stuck in these tubes while they're trying to turn around. Oh no. I've hit that truck a lot. We have crashed into that one an awful lot around. It's just how it goes sometimes. Uh-oh. Actually, well, that clonk on the wall, not ideal, but better than nothing. Okay, Drake has had a good lap, and we've had a really bad lap. Drake is within 20 seconds of us, nearly. So, yeah, things could change on this, the final lap of the race. We have led pretty much from the off. Let's not beans it now. Don't really want to be following a truck through this section if we can help it. Because that stuff can happen. Come on, find the boost pad. It's not going to work. We have to reset. Unfortunately, there is a lot of trucks stuck there, which is basically the last thing I wanted to see. If I could get a boost, that's good, that's good, that's good. We've cleared the worst obstacle. I mean, the rest of it's still pretty bad, but the worst obstacle has been surpassed. We're going to get sent off. Don't give me an infinite respawn now. I mean, it's still the worst obstacle has been surpassed. Hyper is now second, but they're 50 seconds back from us. Oh, no. There is Hyper. So that is our main rival, although I think it's just been overtaken by Drake. A lot of trucks just fell out of the pain tube. Drake is second. I don't know whether the Drake has made it around the pain tube yet. That's Mafia. Similar colours, difficult to see. One more quarter to go for us here. Get some speed. Try and hope that the white truck punches its way through, and it's victory! We will claim victory here at the Tubes of Despair. It would be Chris in the box film. Looks like it could be Drake. I haven't seen Danger Man around in this race. Looks like Danger Man might have got it together at the end. Oh, Danger Man has just got a bump and a punt, and may well come home in third on this one. Yeah, Drake's finished and has fastest lap of the race, 53-second lap. That was the lap that all that time was gained to me. And there we go. YouTube doesn't like this track very much because of the tubes. For reasons of bitrate, basically, because the little like mesh tubes are just problematic for GTA to deal with, basically. There is Ewan. Ewan sat in 6th. We are going to be here a while, I think. We ended up winning by 26 seconds, so we lost a bit of time at the end there. It wasn't a great final lap. However, found Ninetales. Surprised Ninetales hasn't died, to be honest. That doesn't look particularly comfortable down there. Actually amazed that hasn't auto reset itself, to be honest. There we go. Neotropolis, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, Annex casually using up all the GTA racing luck in the mule race. Yeah, basically, that was a lot of luck in one go. We had a lot of luck in that one. Can we get Laguna Sorta for some sensible races? Yeah, we can probably head there next. We need something sensible after this. That is for sure. We have got 8th place has finished now. Hyper ended up in 4th. Then it was Mute, Fred, Midnight, and Ewan is in 8th. We've got to get down to 15th to actually start the countdown in all of this. So it's going to be a little while. Liam has crossed the finish line in 9th. Liam was in 2nd for a while. That's how badly that was. Yeah, so Liam was in 2nd. Ended up 3 minutes nearly away from me. That's how badly it went for Liam at some point. Gliska's crossed the line in 11th now. As and it does gradually get easier as there are less and less vehicles on the track. So yeah, there is that. Oh, that's a big wipeout of chaos and mess. The usual suspects. Thank you very much for the donation. Saying that 2 guys walk into a bar. The 3rd guy ducks. That is going to be a boo to you. That is going to be a boo to you. From chat, and indeed from me, and from an upside down Apollo. Apollo, you're going to give them? No, you're not going to pay any attention. Chris, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, when the MasterCard Loader team made its debut at the 97 Australian Grand Prix with a car that had spent precisely 0 hours in the wind tunnel, their fastest qualifying effort was 11 seconds off the pace. Yes, I presume they hadn't spent much time in a wind tunnel, but that doesn't surprise me at all. I have heard the story, listened to the story of the poor MasterCard Lola team. Would have been interesting to see what they could have done had MasterCard not been absurd in trying to get them to have a Formula 1 car ready in a couple of months. It was, never going to work. Because Lola were a very, very good race car maker, chassis maker, and so on. So it would have been interesting to see, given the time, what they could have done. Because, maybe they could have made it work. Don't know whether they would have done at the end of the day. It's no guarantee. Formula 1 is a very different thing, but I would have loved to have seen what they could have done had they been given a chance. But as it was, they were rushed out a year too soon and then immediately had all their funding dropped because, funnily enough, car being rushed doesn't really compete very well. So, yeah, who knows what could have been with that one. But, yeah. Christian Sweden, thank you for the donation. Saying, Tubes of Despair is 100% skill, no luck. You know what? Having just won the Derpy race, I'll agree with it. I will agree with it. It's the most skill-based race of all. Definitely. There is a knack to some of it. Most of it is just blind hope. A lot of it is just blind hope. So, yeah. Hello, Apollo. Hello. What are you doing? Have you come to seek attention? You have. You are just desperate for some attention, aren't you? You were fast asleep. It's because I said your name. That's what it is. It woke you up. All right. Well, I'm stuck. I have a needy dog who is desperate for attention. So I guess I'm stuck giving the dog attention for a little while. We are on the beach. Sure, why not? This is the beach that's normally this area would be just littered with mules that had fallen off that off that map. For a second, I presume it's like a bit of seaweed or something, but that looked like a door from a truck, which was just kind of making my point. It would be a very heavily littered area. Anyone who remembers the time where we broke the map completely with the GTA race with all the wrecks of mules will remember what this area looked like. It's quite bright. I think the video's on. I think the stream highlight. I think I made it into a video on YouTube. I can't remember what it was called a while ago. But yeah. There we go. Ethan, thank you very much for the donation. Saying a limerick for that absolute madness. As the mules went racing through tubes, an absolute chaos ensued. Flipping trucks through air, climbing hills caused despair, and missile pod debris to boot. Yeah, that's pretty damn accurate. Pretty damn accurate. I like the limerick. Nicely done indeed, Ethan. Thank you very much. The usual suspect. Thank you very much. I suspect you're getting another boo in a second, but saying, did you hear the story about the claustrophobic astronaut? He just needed some space. Oh, dearie me. You are definitely getting a boo from me, and probably a boo from chat. Absolutely. Daniel Milburn, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, could you do a boopy gun race with a Le Mans style start? You see, the problem we've done a Le Mans start a couple of times. A Le Mans start doesn't necessarily add a huge amount, which is a little bit of a shame. I feel like there could be a fun way to have like some sort of gauntlet start line. Maybe that would be a way to do it. Have like some sort of gauntlet. But yeah, we did have a Le Mans. We had a Le Mans start somewhere at some point in a video. But yeah, maybe we could add in some sort of. There could be. That's just got me thinking now. Now, you have got me distracted going down a completely different tangent here, but. You could have like a weird. I don't quite know how we'd make it work, but and how it could make things more because at the end, because the way we race with catch up and slipstream turned on, right? whatever happens at the start's a little bit irrelevant, but I feel like there's a way, there's an idea in there. I'll have to have a think through it, but I feel like there could be a way to make something like that work. I'm just not quite sure what it would be, but some form of gauntlet race, some form of gauntlet start could be interesting. Maybe you could have a race whereby you could either run to like some slower cars, or you'd have to go over further. No, I know what you were trying to do, Hyper, you twat. Anyway, it's going to be a random tangent, but yeah, I wonder if you had like you could run to a slower car, or you could have to complete some sort of gauntlet to get a faster car, and like the more complicated the gauntlet, the faster the car you got to try and make up for the time you lost early on. It would be hell to balance, but it could be quite an interesting, like, tactical one to go for. Maybe. But there we go. Yeah, it nearly worked, Hyper. I will give you that. It very nearly worked. Chris, thank you for the donation. I say in 2002, the Queen was presented with a new Bentley State limousine. It's rarely said that she actually received 2 identical examples. She was once late for an event as her and her driver were directed into the different limos. She was left alone for 45 minutes. But yeah, I imagine like trying to organise that all the time. At some point there's going to be a mistake along the way. At some point things are going to go wrong and there's going to be some screw up somewhere. But yeah, I did not... there you go. Did not know that one. You learn something new every day with the Chris facts. There's always something weird with the Chris facts going on. That's for sure. Corvette Cole, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, why did the Corvette refuse to race on the highway? Because it preferred to take the Vetter road. That is going to be a boo to you from me and probably from chat. So yes, there we go, you can get a boo as well. Big G, thank you very much for the donation, saying trying to race while my cats Phoenix and Loki get in the way. Yes, the wonderful world of pet distractions. Apollo has gone back to his bed, so I am pet distraction free currently. However, yeah, we haven't had cat distraction tonight, which surprises me. Yeah, the little cat flap in the door is... well, like I said, it's not cat flap. I have a stairgate across the office because while I'm streaming, while Apollo is still young and at times can be a bit boisterous, I don't want him off disturbing the cats while I'm streaming and I might not be able to notice or do anything about it. So I have a stairgate across the office. But it's a stairgate that has like a cat flap in it, and that is definitely open, so the cat's free to wander in. If they choose, they have just chosen not to at the moment. So I am relatively animal chaos free for once, which is rare, very rare for me. So there we go. Call me Chris, thank you for the donation. Saying, Alex, what was the track that instantly crashed when trying to race it on stream? I can't remember what it was called. I do remember it though. It was one that started at the top of Chiliad and like you just drove off the edge and landed, and well, the idea was you drove off like the top of Chiliad and you work your way down the mountain freeform almost, but whenever you went off the edge, enough stuff exploded that it exploded the game. I can't remember what it was called. I don't have that saved. I don't know whether it would explode the Series X's, but yeah, it was problematic for the game, shall we say. It really did throw up some big problems. We've never come across a track that did that badly, but yeah, just enough stuff exploded in quick succession that it just completely gave up. The game just couldn't deal with it, basically, which is always entertaining. But yeah, I'd no longer have that one saved. I don't remember what it was called or where it might have ended up, unfortunately there. the usual suspect. Thank you very much for the donations. I already bought some FailRace merch, maybe a sticker or a t-shirt with cat shenanigans on in the future. Oh, did not realise we were going to be racing the Moonbeam Custom. I thought it was going to be a fast car, but never mind. It's definitely possible that we might see something. There's lots of ideas floating around as to some of the sort of specifications. So the stuff that I talked about yesterday, that came out yesterday, or that was sort of officially launched yesterday, that stuff will be around permanently. The basic hoodie, the t-shirts, the stickers, that'll always be around. But we are absolutely looking at doing some special sort of limited edition stuff as time goes on, different designs and different things. So yeah, there's absolutely potential for specialist edition stuff to appear. I mean, if some like specialist edition stuff does amazingly well, it's possible it might end up sticking around, but we will see. we will see how it goes. We are very, very new to the whole merch side of things, and as I said, it's all being run by us. Lado's doing a lot. Lado's making it all, and Lado's sorting all of it out and everything. So yeah, it's going to be a learning experience, but we hope that people like it and everything. Community guidelines. Thank you very much for the super chat. There wasn't a message with it, but yeah, thank you very much. We are currently in second. I've been too aggressive on the curves down the corkscrew, and that has cost me. Just don't jump. Oh, I'm gonna hazard a guess something has gone on in a previous race for Ewan to want to murder level 8. I get the feeling something might have occurred for the very, very clear murder. So there we go. Oh, hey Danger Man, how's it going? Mute has got an immense lead in this already. Right, we do need to focus on catching Mute. We can't let Mute run away with this one. That will not do. That will not do at all. Oop. There was very nearly trouble through there. It was Ninetales trying to have a look. Liam has lost the momentum coming up the hill. I'm hoping if we can sit in the slipstream, we'll be past Liam by the time we get to the corkscrew. Or this track's version of the corkscrew. We are clear. I don't know how Mute has managed to just vanish away. Oh, Liam gets to the inside as we lose the back end slightly through there. Hyper is behind us. Yeah, how is it? I mean, this track isn't the one that's most affected by catch-up, right? It's a very twisty circuit. There's a straight, but the straights aren't all that long here. So catch-up doesn't have as much time to really take effect here as it does on other circuits that we go to, which is how you can get away with making a bit of a break for it. Now, if we are smart about this, we can work together. Slipstream will be powerful enough. Like, we are starting to reel Mute in again now. Through here, there's a bit of a slide from Hyper. Unfortunately for me, that slide was just directly in front of us, and Longbow's going to have a good run. But Longbow's going to drive themselves into a wedge. We're going to do the same. Oh, let's not go 3 wide through the corkscrew. Oh, no. Ah. God damn it. Sorry, Longbow. I tried to back off and fall into line behind, but ever so slightly misjudged it, and the problem is once you've misjudged it there is no recovering from that. If you've misjudged it there, you are going to go and visit some scenery, and that is that. You're going to have some issues. Bugger. And then we fall to 10th. This might be a difficult one. Now, the hope that we get is it's only at half distance, and that the vehicles up ahead are going to start fighting each other. That's the biggest hope for us is if the cars ahead start fighting each other, they slow each other down. They lose a lot of lap time, and we can run considerably faster lap times. Sadly, I think we're going to get stuck in fights here. No, Valentine is not going to be close enough. That is good news. We don't really want to... As we've seen, corkscrew is a problem for all of us. Don't really want to be fighting unnecessarily there. Want to get a good run through the final corner, get a good slipstream on the exit. Might be able to leapfrog Chris here. No. See, this is why it's difficult to get these passes done because you just don't have as much time for the slipstream to kick in, and you've got to be a lot more careful with the overtakes here. It's not so easy just to slipstream past a vehicle. We should hopefully get past Chris here. Now, if we can carry the momentum, which we do not quite. Oh, this is not what we needed. Did not want Chris having a look back past if we could help it. Chris wants to get on the curbs. Now, if we can get some slipstream from Stig here, that would be very helpful indeed. It is not quite enough to get past, though. We will fall back into line, as we've seen the disastrous consequences of the corkscrew twice already. Oh! What happened to Stig? Oh, Stig's got some real lag going on. Okay, sorry, Stig. I don't know on your screen what's happening, but on our screen, yeah. On our screen, that was just a problem, and that might make life difficult for us catching those leaders now with only a couple of laps to go. He's definitely got some funky GTA servers tonight, which is never what you need. Never what you want when you are doing some close racing. Oh, I don't want to go side by side through here. Really, oh god, Gliska made sure. I was trying. Sorry, Lado. I was trying to fall back behind you, but Gliska gave us a bump, and suddenly we were going a lot faster in an angle that was never going to work. Can we get the slipstream off Chris here that we need? Just about we can. That's good. Oh, this is not what we want to find heading up towards the corkscrew. Okay, they did get out of the way. Thank you. When they realised they were about to be lapped by the second group, they did at least dive out of the way. Much appreciated that one. Did not really cost sort of any time to the group. So, big line of cars behind Chris. 2 laps to go. Can we catch the leaders? Can we pass Chris down here? Or Chris went across to defend, but was too late on that one. We will be through. Does Lado follow? No, not quite. I think we're too far back. We're going to get tantalisingly close here, but I think we're going to be too far back. There is a chance chaos could befall that group ahead. I'm really glad no one wanted to go for an overtake there, because it actually gives us a much better chance. If Chris is sensible... I was about to say if Chris is sensible, you'll not go for a pass on the way into that corner. You'll go for a pass on the exit, because you can get a run up the hill and then you can slingshot your way to the next group. But never mind. Didn't happen. I mean, it works out better for me in that it now puts me as the car to join this lead group and Chris further back. So, yeah, we've arrived at the lead group, but this is not a track where you're going to make up a lot of positions on the final lap. Not really. So we've got to try and get passes done, and passes done quickly if we're going to stand a chance of winning this race. Ewan's driven in way too hot into turn 1. That'll put us up a position. We're into 5th. Could we get on the podium here? And a good run up the hill is going to be critical. That is, yeah, a very, very important section. We will go side by side with Hyper through there, although Hyper has carried a bit more speed. Here comes Ewan with a lot of momentum towards us. We defend a smidge. It's more for the cars further back than anything else. We have got a good run up the hill, but it's going to stall out a little bit. Ewan's going to get stuck on that outside line. It's not really anywhere to go out there. We are side by side with Mute into the corkscrew. No one wants to yield through here if they can help it. I think we're going to be stuck with maybe 3rd. Danger Man has sent it to the inside. There is contact between both the cars ahead. We're going to sneak our way past. We steal a 2nd. Woo! Oh, and where is Ninetales? Where is Oh, there's Ninetales. From that angle, it's like GTA GeoGuessr, only with Ninetales parking. Can you? It looks like a padded cell, to be honest. Oh. Well, that camera angle is not helping, is it? Nighthouse has found an elevator shaft to park in. Liam takes victory. We will take second. Danger Man ends up in third ahead of Mute, Ewan, Hyper, Longtail, Longbow, Chris, Stig, and Gliska round out the top 10. Bloody hell. It was a good race. I had a good race. A decent recovery, actually, considering how I thought that was going to go. We did end up dropping back a fair way. Yeah. Relatively happy with second, all things considered. Crazy Baboon, thank you very much for the super chat. Saying, glad to catch another stream. I have a joke for you. Justice is a dish best served cold. If it was warm, it would be just water. Oh. You're going to get a boo for that one as well. God, there's been a lot of boos going around today. That is going to be a boo to you from chat, and indeed from me. Yeah. Apollo, what do you... Oh, no, you're dreaming. He is dreaming of chasing stuff in his sleep. The paws are twitching. I was wondering if Apollo was going to give you a boo. At some point, he will. Maybe I'll train him to bark when I say boo and see if I can get him to... see if I can get his opinion. I mean, I absolutely could, but yeah. Actually, well, consider I've trained him to speak. Well, started to. I end up probably confusing the poor dog by trying to change the word I am using to get him to do the thing I want him to do. But never mind. Chris, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, as of September 2020 and the introduction of the Portofino M, every car in the Ferrari range has at least 100 horsepower more than the flagship F500 of 1995. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's... It's kind of a crazy... It does kind of start getting crazy. The power of modern cars now is starting to get... I say kind of ridiculous. Like, there was a time when 400 horsepower was a lot. There was a time when 400 horsepower was a huge amount. I have an only 600 horsepower estate car. I did presume it was an F50. But yeah, there was plenty of times when you know 500 horsepower was a huge amount of power in a car. But nowadays everything's got 600-700 horsepower when it comes to the more high-end cars, and the electric hypercars. Everything has 1,000, 1,500. It's all become a bit meaningless, really. And one of the problems you get is modern cars are so heavy they need the power. Well, let's say they need the power, but yeah, modern cars are so ridiculously heavy that 700 horsepower in a modern car is as exciting as 400 horsepower was in a car in the 90s. Okay, sure, the 700 horsepower one will probably have slightly faster 0-60 time and have a higher top speed and all that, but they're just big and unwieldy, which is the way it's going. It is a shame, but yeah, that's what it is. As I say that as somebody who does have one of those heavy, powerful cars. Admittedly, though, the RS6 is not as much about handling. The RS6 is a car that's designed to do 200 miles an hour, whether you've got a sofa in the back of it or not. So, you know, it's a slight bit different. But still, yeah, it would be nice to see more lightweight. I know we're never going to. I know it's pointless me saying that. You're never going to see it ever again because, yeah, it's not going to happen. Especially not with everything wanting to go hybrid and electric and needing massive batteries and all of that stuff. But it's Yeah. It's the way it's going. Thankfully, I say thankfully, you know, lots of the cars that I would want have already been made. If you do want those lightweight cars, you've just got to go for something from the 90s, something a little bit older or whatever it might be. But yeah, not likely something that is going to change anytime soon. And as we say that, we are going racing with what is essentially the new Countach. I quite like the look of it, to be fair. I believe these cars can do quite a good scoop, but we might have to be careful with the old bump drafting with these things. They're quick and they drive nicely, but I do think they end up scooping each other about. Oh, Stig is to the outside, Visca is to the inside. Hopefully Stig doesn't have any lag this time around, as that was sketchy to go racing with. I saw a purple car to the inside. We've got a great run. That'll put us into the lead of the race, I should think. Indeed it does. Everybody is nicely through there. Well done all. I am pleasantly surprised. I mean, it's it's unlikely to last or anything, but you know, first lap, things are going well. Okay. Curse the commentator. But how did Chris even explode there? I've never seen a car explode there. Oh, the corkscrew part, sure, but they don't explode where... How did Chris even get there? I'm not even sure. That is truly one of the most bizarre Chris-splosions we've ever seen. Oh, that was millimetres away from a hay bale. Oh, yeah. I kind of want to see the replay. I don't know. It must have been scooped by something. Surely it might. Or ran wide and hit the mountain. Maybe? Yeah, either it got scooped by someone. It might have got scooped by somebody over the mountain, or ran wide on their own and ran up the mountain and launched it. But we have never seen a car have an explosion there before. It's honestly impressive. It's very, very impressive, that one. Danger Man is to the lead of the race. Oh, there was a purple car having, I think that was Hyper, having a bit of a look there for a way past. Now, we're going to be stuck on the outside through here. I mean, it's not the worst place in the world to be stuck, and we will get a bump. Yeah, the bump draft was effective. Bump draft put us to the lead and Hyper to second, and Hyper will now slipstream and try and take the lead away. So you absolutely can bump draft with these cars. You've got to be careful, though. Because, as I said, I think they do scoop each other a little bit, but there is also a possibility to make a bump draft work. So that was pretty much the perfect... perfect example of a bump draft. So Hyper pushed us forward, we passed Danger Man, and Hyper then filled the gap and also passed Danger Man. Proceeded to slipstream us and then get the lead. You can't really ask much more from a bump draft than that. It's a little bit more complicated, an overtaking manoeuvre, so to speak, but it definitely did the job. That was very close. We were clear of Ewan to cut across like that, but it was, yeah, really on the edge. Now we've just got a line. Now we're just 2 by 2. No, we're going for the bump draft on Danger Man, but it did not quite work as smoothly as Hypers did on us. So it might not need to, because if we can get a good run up the hill. Pone's found a bridge to park on. we can play the game of Where's Pone. That was very nearly a disaster as well. I thought we were going to have a crash there because we were relatively late on the brakes on the inside, and there's only so much that we can do. It's about 4 cars wide across the finish line for the lead. Hyper's about to hit the ramp. It's fine. I mean, we got the checkpoint. No one else got murdered that wasn't already getting murdered. Yeah. So I was preempting the crash of Hyper coming off the market stall roof, and in trying to avoid... I essentially spun myself on the front of Ewan's car trying to avoid Hyper's accident. It's one of those, if I don't move across, the hope is that Ewan sees the crash and is going to move away in such an angle that will let me put my car there. But like, we've got to avoid the crash that we can see, and we just have to hope. It was unfortunate. that we end up spinning on the nose of Ewan's car. We actually got away with that one surprisingly well. Was a little bit cheeky, but it worked at the end of the day. Oh, there's been a bump. I don't know how Ewan got involved in that accident, actually. I thought Ewan was going to get clear of that, but apparently not. We will get big slipstream pull through there. It'll take us to the lead of the race momentarily. Ewan is busy battling away with Lado and Gliska back there. We're side by side with Danger Man through that section. Lado has found the wall hard, but not lost too much time. Now, if me and Danger Man are clever, we will try and work... no, it won't matter. Ewan's too close. I was going to say, me and Danger Man are clever. We can try and work together to stay ahead of that group for as long as possible, but it doesn't matter. They're already caught up to us. You're never going to be able to do it indefinitely, but the hope would be to be able to do it for a little bit. Sadly, that did not work. You're just not going to have time, I don't think, to slipstream pass across the line. You're going to have to do it into the final corner, which is going to make the final corner the hectic one. Although there's also got the possibility, if everyone is going for the final corner overtake, you might get people so stacked up they're really slow, and then you might be able to do something on the exit. You just don't know until the final lap. We know it's going to be hectic, whatever happens, and we're going to get swamped either side. Cars are going to go. Can we? See, we're going to get a great line through there, but I can't get any curb boost on the exit. Ewan gets the best slingshot of everybody and will take the lead of the race. Not going to want to go side by side. No one wants to at this point. Through the corkscrew. That will probably change on the final lap of the race. We will have to wait and see. It's all carefully does it into the final turn. It's actually a good run through there for me, but not able to actually make any real gains. Danger Man very nearly launched themselves off the roof. That roof is sketchy. It causes problems to unsuspecting cars. Although yeah, Danger Man survived. Hyper did not earlier. Lado's there having a look. Oh, crap. That was a bloody GTA physics moment right there. Lado ever so slightly brushed the back of my car, and then the game decided I must steer violently right, which, funnily enough, at that point is going to cause a very big accident for me. And I hate... Oh, Ewan's had a massive shunt. I don't know where that's going to land. Well, that's how Chris died. I think we have our answer there. That's twice. Having never had that crash before, we've now had it happen twice in one race. Danger Man's going to take victory. In the end, it was a relatively untroubled victory, helped by shenanigans further back. Ewan's death is perhaps one of the most spectacular we've ever seen. I don't know what the purple car... I think it was Jamie that was the purple car that ended up on top of us through the corkscrew. That was less than ideal. Oh... That was... We have had some space programs today. We have had some real space programs today. Ewan's being one of the most impressive right there. That was a stunning launch. Danger Man takes victory. Hyper is second. Gliska gets on the podium. We end up fifth. A little bit unlucky. Ewan a lot more unlucky, though. You were definitely a lot more unlucky. Yeah, two big explosions at the corkscrew. You and one of them, Chris the other. There we go. Longbow ended up fourth. Stevie is sixth. Head of Liam, Sam and Lado and Blazer will round out the top 10 in this one. And fastest lap of the race. Don't even know who gets it. I don't know if I'm going to have time to find it. It was... Oh, it was Stig. 21st for Stig. Bloody hell. What a race. What a silly, silly thing that one was. We may be practicing for Kerbal. Isn't there a Kerbal Space Program 2? Is that actually... That's coming out. I don't know when it's coming out, but that's a thing, right? I think it's on the way. I don't know when, but I will look forward to Kerbal Space Program 2. I like the Kerbal is a fantastic game. So yeah, another one would be really cool. Another one would be really cool. I will look forward to giving that a try whenever it makes an appearance, shall we say. James Day still doesn't make you catching Bumpy during the recent Hunt the Survivors. Yeah, the catch on Bumpy was quite good. Although I absolutely sent Chris to orbit as well on on the survival. Just the current theme is: can we launch filming crew members into space? And the answer is yeah, pretty much. We're pretty good at finding ways of launching people into space. So yeah. I didn't realise Kerbal was coming out next week. It's the 24th. I thought it was a little while away, yeah. Well, that's where all my time is going. Actually, no, wait, it won't be until after that weekend. But time to try and learn how to do space stuff again. And be completely flummoxed by physics. Physics is complicated, it is safe to say. But I will look forward to getting that going. Because, yeah, Kerbal Space Program, if you haven't played it before, is a fantastically wonderful, wacky game. And I don't know what on earth they're going to add for a second one, but I will very much look forward to trying to get to grips with it. I used to know how to do it. I managed to fly a car to another planet. I remember doing a challenge on it a very long time ago that was to get one of the rovers to another planet and roll a car on a different planet. I know in the grand scheme of things that's not crazy complicated on Kerbal, but still, I was pleased to be able to do that. So yeah, I'll have to have a go and try and learn that game again. There's so many games to try and learn, and not enough time, really. Crazy Baboon, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, I figured out how to get here. I now have a fun fact. If you pass gas while jumping, for a split second you are a jetpack. I mean, yeah, I guess I can kind of see that. That's a Chris quote if ever I heard one. I can see the logic, the weird, odd, confusing, convoluted logic. I can see how it gets there. But I don't know whether to give you a boo or not for that one. I'm not sure, but it's definitely that's a Chris tier quote right there. A very Chris tier quote. It's very difficult to say Chris tier. So try and say Chris tier quote quickly a bunch of times, and it's very quickly going to sound very silly. We're taking a tour of some car parks at the moment. I should probably go load up something. What are we going to go and do? We have time for something. What page do we want to go on? Let's go here. We are going to go for a close eyes and see what it lands on, and hopefully it's going to be something good. Ewan has put the crash in the Discord. Can I link that into the... Oh, apparently we're to no tight corners. Oh, that's quite a good... That's a good fun circuit. Don't know. Can I copy... If I copy this... I don't know what this is going to do. I should probably check what it's going to do first. Does that load up properly like that? No, okay, not going to bother with that. Never mind. If you're in the FailRace Discord, if you go in the video stream discussions, Christ, I can't speak today. You can have a watch of Ewan accidentally becoming a rocket. That is a hell of an impressive crash. Alright, let us get everybody from the last job. You should all have invites. Hopefully the game will behave itself. Let's go try. We haven't driven compacts today. Let's go have a go with some compacts. We'll go with a 6-lap race. We'll make sure we can see what we're doing as well. Although actually, here's not too bad at night time. So, there is that. Now, there is lots of slipstream chances here. Lots of chances for catch-up as well, with some long straights. Plenty of overtaking opportunities. Plenty of opportunities for big accidents. Let's hope not. Longbow was also clever to not let us turn traffic on and be silly and mean. It's because otherwise I know what you like, chat. I know what you like. We do have something silly and I don't know about silly and mean. We have something silly and hopefully now working to finish the stream off. Let's go with a hopefully now working, because I shouldn't promise too much, because I know what happens whenever there's a the FailRace guarantee of something will be balked. Because the thing we've used before was supposed to work from when we tested it, but then when we streamed it, it didn't work. So now it's been tweaked and it hopefully should work, but there's a chance that it won't, because it's GTA, and why would anything work on GTA? Let's begin with a compact race. I mean, this should be sensible-ish. Sensible-ish being the optimum word. I'm just hoping for some good close racing. We have the club. I like the club. Great little car. Possibly the fastest of the compacts. I think it is. That or the Brioso RA or whatever. It's likely to be a strong car either way. I also love people betting. There's always someone betting on me in these. Whether that's a good idea or not, I don't know. We tend to, like, I can normally find myself somewhere towards the front at the end, but outside of the mule, we haven't had the bet. Oh, this was the... I mean, I remember what happened last time we raced this track on stream, Lado. Thankfully, the yellow machine is a long way back, because what happened last time is we got a bump from a Lado and I somehow ended up over this wall and onto the railing and stuck. It was quite funny, not gonna lie. It was quite funny, but it was not a good start to a race. This chicane is very dangerous, and we are through in one piece. Got to be a little bit careful through here. Now, there are plenty of places that you can get into trouble. There is a slight bit of a split route. You can choose what side to go. Oh, Drake has gone. Drake has had a tremendous crash. Level 8 has also got a rocket up their arse there. Jeez, that thing went flying past. Liam's all sorts of twitchy. We were kind of twitchy, but kind of so penned in that managed to arrest any speed we had going on there. Oh, going to get a little bit of a bump. That's fine. Oh, still, that'll all work. We're down towards the final corner now. The question is going to be, where on earth are you going to want to position your car for the run to the finish line? Because there's going to be so much slipstream and potential bump drafting. Oh dear. Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be a Talladega style, Daytona style bump draft fest to the line, I think. But you don't know. You don't know how it's going to pan out. Oh, yeah, I wanted to try and get to the right-hand side of Gliska there, but I just couldn't do it in time. Liam has sent it alongside there. We are not going to fight that too hard. Back end wants to let go. The back end wants to move around desperately in this car. There it goes. It's kind of strange. Like, it really wants to oversteer, but it doesn't quite ever get there a lot of the time. Oh, crap. Danger Man's gone that side of me. That's alright. We made it work. Lado has turned up as well. Just as we get to the front, Lado then takes the lead away from us, and we have murdered a Lado. I wasn't trying to murder it. I was trying to get out of the bloody way of everybody. Christ. I just want to get out. I just want to get moving now. Christ. So, that's how badly wrong it can go here. That's just... that was the classic GTA physics. Well, much like when Lado bumped the back of us in the last race, that time around it was us bumping the back of Lado, and once that collision started, we just couldn't get away from the crash. And then trying to rectify it, we were just trying to get out of the way of everything, and it was just decreed that we would be going forward whether we wanted to or not. Or whether we had any control over it or not is probably the better way to sum it up. We've got a lot of speed. Valtrek has... come off worse in that. I didn't actually see what happened there. He saw the results. Oh, I've got itchy nose. That's not the time to have an itchy nose while going down there. There's some slow-moving cars that we are catching up to into the chicane. Oh, God. There's, like, big potential for making up large chunks of time with the slipstream, but the issue you've got is also that. It's also, if you pick the wrong side, you go the wrong way, you end up stuck, essentially. What direction do we want to go? Didn't actually really want to go this way, but never mind. That pink car's lagging around a bit, which is always a horrible thing to be racing alongside. You're just never quite sure where it's going to go. It's got a lot of oversteer through there. We're trying to make up some time. Ewan with a good run. Ewan and Lado making the most of that. Although they then run into trouble themselves. I've got no slipstream going on at all here, which doesn't help. Chris is in trouble. We're going to look the long way around at hairpin. Oh, someone's throwing a Ewan at me. Well, I guess we kind of saved Ewan there. Can you not throw Ewan at me next time around? Oh, sorry. Okay, that was me crowding. I was trying to get slipstream. I thought we were going to get the slipstream pull before. Sorry, Midnight. That was my bad. That's terrible driving from me. I think you're still in the slipstream train, at least. That's kind of one of the most critical bits. Gliska's having a look. I couldn't turn out the way until it was too late. Sorry, Gliska. Didn't realise a car was about to throw itself up the inside there. I turned in and then realised at the last second Gliska was there, and I just can't magic my car. Or I'm already committed to that line. Sorry, Gliska. I would have given more space if I'd known. Oh, more chaos has gone on back there. I mean, like, we're still not a million miles away from the front just because of the way this race goes. There's a lot of slipstream can happen here. And, uh-oh, I'm asking for trouble. No, go on the brakes. Purple car had actually seen us. I don't know if it's Stevie or who it was. I do appreciate the fact that they moved. There was going to be space, but I didn't know if there was going to be space. It was better to bail on it. I think it might have been Midnight, actually, that did actually get out of the way, realising we were appearing there at speed. But, yeah, it was... I had gone on the brakes because it was too risky for us. But it has all worked out quite nicely for us, as this lap we've gone from absolutely nowhere to the front group. So, there we have it. Well, so Ewan's at the front. We're in 6th at the moment. We've got at least another lap to go. I don't quite know how many laps we have to go. Why could this not have been the final lap of the race? It would have been glorious. That would have been perfect. It's not the final lap of the race, though, unfortunately. We have 2 more times around to be trying to replicate that. And we just know it's going to be hectic, this one. Blazer is here, having a look. Not going to be any space there. Oh, it's going to be 3 wide into the chicane. This is asking for trouble. We've all made it through. God, it is much easier going through that chicane on your own. I'll say it's way easier going through the chicane on your own. Way safer too. We will probably... We won't be alone going to this side, but that's fine. Jamie can follow us. We're trying to get some slipstream off Longbow. Oh! And Ewan has tumbled us. Yeah. Blazer had a lot of speed, and unfortunately with the way... Oh, that's us done. That's game over. That is, unfortunately, the end of... well, yeah, probably the end of that. Actually, yeah, it will be, I should think. Unless... There's some big slipstream coming up. So even though we're 17th and miles back, there is a lot of slipstream between now and the finish. Oh, that was a massive crash for Mafia. 10 out of 10 on the crash right there. That was proper cinematic stuff. That was some properly cinematic stuff there. I do approve of the accident. Just not close enough for the draft. So yeah, Ewan rolled us. We had Mafia Dad flung at a billboard. No slipstream for us, though, heading into this final lap. We're in 14th place. If we can somehow go from 14th to the front of the race in a lap, it would be amazing. This would be one of the tracks to do it. Blazers had trouble. Longbow's had trouble on their own. I mean, the back end of this vehicle does get lively. Good news for me is the vehicles behind are all spread out. We don't really have that much pressure from behind. We can be flat through the chicane. Bad news is we've just run into a little bit of slower traffic. But it's not the end of the world, slower traffic, as level 8 has got going quite nicely. And if anything, Level 8 having got going there has given us a great slingshot chance up to this lead group. This time around it is clear across the top, and we are going to slipstream our way to the front of the race. Now, there's a lot more slipstream to go before the end here. Stevie's exploded. I'm going to presume that was on the multiple route area. We've seen cars flip and have accidents there so far today. Lado's on 2 wheels as Stig comes past. Bumpy's fighting for the lead with Stig, and me and Danger Man get connected. There's all sorts of trading of paint occurring. Lado's to the inside. It's me versus Danger Man down here. I've not got the slipstream run. Someone from behind is going to get all of us. Yeah, there goes Gliska, and there goes Lado. No one's going to give us any slipstream. It's going to be... Gliska gets pushed to victory by Chris. Oh, bloody hell. And Ninetales has found... Ninetales, how have you even got there, Ninetales? I don't know what bit you're on. You're at the Merryweather Docks. Ninetales, how have you got that car there? Has that climbed the stairs, or has that fallen down the stairs? I don't quite know. How has that got there? It's the mysteries of Ninetales. I don't quite know how that happened. That I genuinely don't know. Oh, what a manic final lap. Yeah. I don't even know what position we did end up in. Gliska claims victory. We know it's Gliska versus Lado. I think Chris might have got 3rd. Did we end up 4th? We did end up 4th. Danger Man ended up 6th. That's desperately unlucky from what was looking like a winning position. Liam gets fastest lap of the race in 9th. So yeah, Gliska wins, Lado 2nd, Chris in 3rd. We will take 4th. Had Stig, Danger Man, Valtrek, Bumpy, Liam, and Midnight would round out the top 10. Oh. That was manic. That was a great race, though. It's a good track. It is a good track, that one. It's a big slipstream fest, but an entertaining race, that is for sure. Travis Cecil, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, if a sheep told you a horrible joke, would that be a boo for you or a boo for you as in EWE? You know, I want to give that one a boo, but it's quite good. I feel like I might let you off. I might let that one pass. You might get away without getting a boo on that one. I mean, I don't know what about chat. Chat might, but I'm sure chat will. However, from me, actually quite good. 2 meters tall. Thank you very much for the donation. Saying, math is hard. I think this is right. Indeed it is. Hey! Happy goal reached. Boost canal, please. With Army on, of course. Unfortunately, I don't think we're quite going to have time for the boost canal tonight. However, we will do boost canal next week. Because after this, we've got something that will probably take up the rest of the time. However, yes, we will definitely head to the boost canal next week. I am sorry. I'm sorry to the filming crew that will be racing it. The audience love boost canal. Those taking part, less so. But yeah, I don't think we're quite going to have time tonight. Depends on how long the end thing goes for. But if we don't have time tonight, I will absolutely run it next week. But thank you very much for completing the donation goal. Also, Common Gliska, thank you very much for the donation. Saying it has been a while, but finally another Gliska win. Indeed, it was. It was a manic race to the finish, that one. But Gliska got a big push from Chris, and that was enough to claim a victory around here. We're gonna see what the SUVs are. Don't know what they're gonna be, but should be, hopefully. Some exciting racing. I mean, maybe we can sneak our way to another victory. We shall see on this one. Drake, thank you very much. Oh, Baller ST. I don't even know the last time I drove this, so we shall see how this goes. Drake, yeah, thank you for the donation with a haiku. Race we go. Quick start. Lado wins. Longbow loses again. Ninetales parks, great spot. Ninetales always parks in an unusual spot, but I mean, Lado wins. That doesn't sound about right. That sounds completely wrong. Oh, we do love making fun of Lado. I mean, what? Sheesh. 2 races I did good at. One wish. No more mules on Tubes of Despairs, please. Yes. The mules on Tubes of Despair is not an easy thing. Oh, Gliska has got lag pinged. That's going to make a mess. Turn 1's gone badly. Turn 1's gone really badly. Gliska brushed the wall and then suddenly got fired forwards. I don't quite know how there's that much momentum managed to occur in all of that. It could have been worse, considering turn 1 is actually quite narrow, and the wall is notoriously mean for vehicles there. So that could have been a lot worse than it actually ended up being. Oh, Chris very nearly fell off the side there. We are alone on this part of the track. Oh, I don't want to go 3 wide down here. It's always a little bit dicey, but the purple car sorted it out. We've got a little bit of a breakaway, but it's never going to last. We know this track does not sort of allow lead breakaways for long. Catch-up is very effective here. Slipstream is very effective here because of the long straights in a couple of places. This is generally a fast circuit, this one, so yeah, this lead group will not remain for long. Liam is about to have a cinematic crash. Oh, Liam's got the other side of the billboard. Liam's found the pit building. Oh dear. Oh, don't end up over there. Yeah, the group is going to be soon back together again. And in fact, our little bump wide there has actually kind of helped. Weirdly, has actually given us a great run down here. Don't think it... Whoa! Okay, don't bump draft with these. Christ, these are tetchy. That was not what I was expecting. I would have thought the baller would have been quite good at dealing with the bump drafts, but yeah, Ewan gave us a nudge that was a fairly sensible attempt at a bump draft, and it did not want to know. I do not want to go 3 wide into this chicane. Purple cars can go side by side if they wish. Oh, there's going to be contact. Oh no, that's a solid thing. I'm in a really bad place. I need to get this thing moving as quick as possible. I'm sorry, everywhere. We're just going to get going in time before the whole pack turns up. I saw the crash happening. I just couldn't get out. Well, I got as far away as I could. The problem is like there's a little electricity box or something stuck onto the wall that was just jutting out enough to hit us and stop us and spin us, and yeah, that could have gone really badly had there been more cars closer to that. We're going to push Liam to the very limit of the track. Not quite what I intended, but I ended up going a bit too hot into the braking zone and made the best of it that I could. Don't hit that palm tree, that would be bad. Well, considering Liam was visiting the pit building last lap around, things haven't gone too badly. How did the white car spin like that? Oh! Well, if it's not Ewan being thrown at me, it's just something randomly rolling. Sure. That can also happen. That can also happen. I think there was a bit of bump drafting attempting going on there with Valtrek, Chris, Ewan and Danger Man, but it wasn't really doing much. We have caught up. It's 3 wide into turn 1. Chris did not want any part of that, which is fine. I've got good speed, but it's far too many cars in front. Not going to really be able to do too much through here. They go, oh, another one! Can you please stop launching cars at me? That's 2 in the space of a lap. I mean, it's entertaining, but it's kind of scary. And somehow these 2 cars that have gone over my roof, not really done all that much. Oh god, Chris, this is dangerous. Yeah, Chris did not know we were carrying a lot of speed there, and that was a little dicey. We've made it work. We've made it work. We are on the very far outside there. It's our turn to be the one squeezed to the limit of the track. It has broken up. This pack has broken up more than I expected. I think there have been crashes in the chicane, probably. Certainly there have been crashes around here that has spread the field out quite a lot. We are in the middle of all that and can't do much because the purple car, whichever purple car it is, there's about 4 of them in this race. I'm not actually sure because the nameplate's not showing up. Well, well, we are in one of the middle lanes. No, Valtrek's gone out wide. No one's going to bump draft us, it seems. Valtrek, oh, you're very lucky you managed to get across there. Ewan, something happened to Ewan. Oh, Ewan's had a crash. Ewan hit either like the start-finish gantry or something. Ewan hit something that was, I guess, a sticking out bit of wall, and that has caused trouble. We've gone from 3 wide, 2 deep to 2 wide, 3 deep very quickly through turn 1. We've all sorted it out. Purple cars are having a scrap again, and they're having a crash in the tunnel, and there's another upside-down car directly in front of me while I'm at full throttle. That's 3. Oh, bloody hell. I mean, at that point, it really is just a case of floor it and try and clear the car out of the way. Like, there's no better option for me there. Astonishingly, we've not had too bad or a side effects from cars being upside down directly in front of me. The SUVs that are normally the sensible vehicles to race have been really unsensible here. It's unlike us. We've apparently all forgotten how to drive. Oh, no, and I've murdered a... No, that was my fault. On a longbow there. Just misjudged where Longbow's car was, and once I tagged the back of it, we couldn't get away from that. Sorry, Longbow. God damn it. That's dumped us a long way back into the pack, so there's going to be more chances of dodging rolling cars, I suspect. Okay. How long have we got? We've got a couple of times around still to go. The beautiful, multicoloured grid of cars. Oh, and the slipstream's broken. No, game. Could have done without the slipstream just cutting out on me. But never mind. It's going to kick back in when we least want it, like on the run into the first corner. I guess it kicked in soon enough that we could at least draw alongside Blazer. It's not. You don't want to be spun on the exit of turn 1. It's so difficult to find the space to turn around there. Are we going to find an upside-down car when we come around this corner? No, we do not this time around. That's helpful. Can we all stay on our wheels? Hopefully, we can slingshot our way forward with a little bit of slipstream, a little bit of luck, and get ourselves back into the lead group somewhere. We're clear of Stevie. Majority of cars are going left. We're going to try... Oh, I've got to go on the brakes there because it's not quite going to be the space that I wanted for the manoeuvre there. This is going to be an absolutely ridiculous run to the finish line, I fear. Hyper has had a spin. It's got a little bit crowded here. Couldn't get across to chase the slipstream from Lado as a green baller was slightly in the way there. We have still got a good amount of momentum. No, not another one! Bloody Ewan! Ewan's throwing themselves at me that time around. Unfortunately, Stig was the unlucky one stuck on the outside as me and Longbow panicked to try and avoid the gold machine being flung across the track again. That's 4. That's 4 cars. Admittedly, that was more... Oh, well, that's another one, but that's a long way in the distance, so that doesn't really count. That is 4 upside-down, out-of-control cars being launched at the face in one race. That is really not what we want. Oh, pink machine. I don't think you realised there was that much... I think that pink machine might be lagging or something, because that looked like that's just stopped responding to anything. So I think that was a disconnect or something going on there. Right, there's another upside-down car. Oh, well, we got pushed into the upside-down car. I mean, the crash with Longbow, 100% my fault. Everything else that has happened in this race has been... I've gone round a corner and there's been something upside down and out of control, and I have been like completely powerless to do anything to avoid it, really. That's just, what can you do? What can you do at some point? Now, there is a tiny smidge of a chance here. If we do this right, if we've got this timed right, because this group up ahead are all going to be feeling the effects of catch-up. And if me and Salmon and Leverlake can manage to time this perfectly, we might arrive at the group with a huge amount of momentum heading to the finish line. The difficulty is that... No, don't do that, Chris. Oh, for God's sake. Really not what we wanted to do, and then you've thrown it away. Anyway, Chris has gone up the slip road. Oh, you muppet. Yeah, what Chris should have done is followed me through the corner, and then we might have been able to slipstream towards the line, but Chris was a plank and decided to throw it at a pointless overtake and then sent themselves up a slip road. I think we would have been a bit too far back anyway, but like if Chris hadn't had a dive there, Chris could have just sat behind us and followed us and would have beaten us to the line anyway. And if we hadn't been slow through there, we would have had a better chance of catching that lead group. But never mind, it is what it is. Lado will claim a victory ahead of the purple gang. Jamie is second, Hyper is third, Valtrek is fourth. Then it's Liam, Longbow, Dangerman, Level 8, Blazer, and Salmon would round out the top 10. Well done, Lado. Well done, Lado, for claiming victory. What a manic race. It's a fun track, that one. It is a fun track indeed. Always enjoy racing around there. When it goes wrong, though, it does go wrong spectacularly. There we go. Crazy Baboon, thank you very much for the donation, saying, does a racer get jammed in an interesting spot every race? That's mostly Ninetales. When Ninetales is having a bad race, they often go on adventure to try and find a weird place to park that can confuse us all as to how they managed to get there. And so, some of them are genuinely perplexing as to how Ninetales managed to fit a car there. Sometimes they feel have a really bad race. Sometimes they just go and explore and climb Chiliad or go drive somewhere, do something. Ninetales is often the one that finds the weirdest place to ram the car and somehow end up there. Oh, it was an accidental dive from Chris because there was a car rolling. Chris had a car throw. So many people had rolling cars thrown at them. I don't quite know how that's happened. Why were the ball... I mean, the ballers do fall over a bit more, but that was quite ridiculous, honestly. It was quite funny. Because I had 4 or 5 cars thrown at me that were rolling, let alone how many other people had rolling cars. That was ridiculous. Funny, but completely ridiculous. Also, Pone, thank you very much for the donation. Saying 6:30 is my favourite time, hands down. Oh, that is going to be a big old boo to you. From me and from chat. Yes, you are going to get a boo for that one. We move on to our final event. I really hope this is going to work. I really hope this is going to work. Now, there's going to be a lot of vehicles flung at us, or flung around in this one, I should say, because we are going to have a go at Ewan's survival race. Now, last time out, it worked for a while, and then it stopped working for reasons of... we don't even know, to be honest. We don't know what caused it to suddenly stop working. But this time around, it shouldn't be a problem. That's the theory. Okay. I like the weird, scary face. That's new. See, this has been improved. It has been tweaked. Basically, I believe the missile truck is now going to be involved. Essentially, the basic rules remain the same in this. We will just get everybody invited, and then I will just run through how it's going to work. So, everyone is going to start off in a pre. Okay, you drive forward and you jump into like a little tube, and that will take you around to where the oval is that the pre's are going to drive around. Okay, you drive around in the little oval with your pre, and it's the last car driving that last pre-driving that will win. When you explode in your pre, you will then become one of the ramp cars. So rather than driving forward and jumping down into the tube, you drive forward and then you sort of take a hairpin left, and then you go find there's a transform point where you will become a ramp car. Now, there is, in the closing stages, there will be, the filming crew will be in charge of driving the missile trucks for the closing stages. Majority will be done in ramp cars. However, when things start getting silly, and when things stop working properly, then the missile trucks will come in at the end. So if we say at like the 15-minute mark, if we've still got if we've still got prees surviving at after 15 minutes, we will then throw in the missile trucks. But the missile trucks will only be driven by filming crew members. Everyone else continue with the ramp cars. The ramp cars still can do damage, so yeah, that's the way it's going to work on that one. We're going to see how it goes. This should now work, because the problem we had last time is at some point the game just decided to stop applying damage to cars, and we had 3 or 4 vehicles that were completely indestructible. Most will die normally, but some just, yeah, decided not to, basically. So, yeah, with 15 minutes remaining, a few missile trucks will suddenly join in the game. It's all very silly. It's quite good fun. I have absolutely no idea what might happen here. But, yeah, we shall find out. Place your bet. I doubt I'm going to be winning as one of the surviving vehicles, so to speak. But what we can do is try, and we can see what... Oh, if we change the dynasty, you've changed the car. I didn't realise we've gone even slower than the pre. I don't know whether impressed is the right word here. I am definitely something. We've got... Something's going to happen here. I don't know what the damage is like on the dynasty. Who knows? Right, everybody go. We're gonna. Hopefully, everyone will at least be able to follow me. Right, everyone. One of the filming crew will go in a ramp car. Follow me. Okay, I think it's Gliska. Follow me into the tube. And then we run around here. Nope. We won't be in this part of the map for very long, and we've already had an accident. Whee! And then you follow the arrows. Follow the arrows, follow the arrows. There we go. And then you follow the arrows around. Purple car. Where are you go? What? No. Purple car. Bad purple car. This way. And you follow the arrows round, and then you do a lap of the oval. And then it's the last one standing in the oval. Oh, God. The multicolored dynasty. You're not supposed to be flying out that part. Oh, hello, Danger Man. A few vehicles exploded on the way in, but they'll be allowed to reset because, you know, that wasn't really part of the game per se. And I think we're all in. Almost turned up. There we go. So, yeah, now we just drive around here. Lado, did you really just go the wrong way around the oval just to find me? I think Lado did. Right, oh. Ah! Hello, everyone. Oh, sorry, Jamie. Blame Lado. It legit is Lado's fault at this point. Oh, Stevie might have already been ramp card, I think, there. And, oh, Mafia Dad's gone for a flip. And the purple car is actually going to land quite nicely. I think we might have some vehicles down. Oh, speak of the cats, Eve's turned up. Hello, Evie. Eve, you've got suspiciously close to the dog, and the dog's fast asleep. If the dog wakes up, he's going to want to say hello, and then you're going to be grumpy at him. You don't have to sit next to him. Oh, never mind. She's never going to listen. Right, here comes the ramp car. Oh, thank God for that. The ramp car got stuck on something. It has launched a bunch of cars further back. They have all flipped over. Oh no. Oh no, there's Stevie's ramp car. There is one of the other ramp cars. Oh, that did not hit completely straight. It actually hit one of these more with the side of the the side of the ramp vehicle is not that effective at launching these about. Now, we know... Oh, Gliska has died. I didn't even see Gliska's death come up. So there are 4 ramp cars running as we are circulating this... Ah! Well, it was an attempt by Danger Man right there. I don't know if it was the most successful attempt. But, you know, never mind. Oh! Well, a few cars went tumbling about. Oh, there is... I see a ramp car heading towards us. Oh, they killed... Poor Mafia has had a good few launches. Evie, what are you doing? I can see you plodding around and you can't figure out where you want to go, can you? Oh, I was busy talking to the cat and not paying attention to the race. Busy seeing what the cat was doing and not looking where I was going. Terrible racing driver excuse right there. I'm just distracted by cat. Oh. Oh, Mute has exploded. Oh, Mute was up there. Well, we've had... Oh, Stig's gone as well. I mean, that's a good number of cars. There's going to be a good number of ramp cars going around. I think what happens with the Dynasty, it seems, is like the ramp car launches a couple, but after a couple of hits, it starts losing momentum and having crashes of its own. So apparently, the Dynasty is more... Oh, that was a great hit from Gliska. No one has died, but it was a good hit. Oh, we are okay. We are fine. There is... Oh, level 8 recovering. We might be about to get hit. Ooh! That was a bit close. Well, I got punted over that way. Gliska can absolutely chuck someone. Oh, no! Got around in front of the pack again. Matthew's finally exploded. Matthew, I don't know how many times you went flying in that one. A lot. Oh! The ramp car's gone. Salmon's gone. Oh, level 8's gone as well. A lot of death just occurred. Oh, there's a ramp car in there. That's Stig having problems. Yeah, the Dynasty is more difficult to launch than some of the other cars. It's definitely more difficult to launch than the Pre. The ramp car can go through Pre's all day, but sometimes it just hits the Dynasty and stops. Oh, and we have been spun. Don't mind more. Don't mind me. I'm in the middle of the track, facing the wrong way, which is less than ideal. Oh, that's got more rammed than launched at that point. Pone had a fairly smooth launch right there. Oh, crap. Okay, that's fine. That was far enough back. Ooh, Flobo is incredibly lucky. So the little red triangles you see on the wall, they are to stop people from being sneaky and basically hugging the walls to minimise damage. Oh, God. Ewan's died. That's another ramp car death. So basically, because of those sort of big triangles, if you hug the wall, you will get... and you get launched, you'll get fired out into the centre of the arena. And, jeez, that is a big flip for me. Don't do it. Oh, we're fine. That started to get away from me. That was a great roll in front of us, I have to say. Yeah, I was very lucky there. I had the flip, I had the roll under control for a bit. And then it all sort of got away from me, and we very, very, very nearly got exploded on the landing. Longbow... Longbow's having a bad day there. Longbow's just getting chucked about all over the place. Oh, thank you for taking the hit. The hit deflected the ramp car away from me. Now there's almost always a ramp car heading down whatever road you're going. That was thankfully a low-speed launch for me. Nice and controlled. Like, if you are going to get hit by a ramp car, you want to hit it almost as dead on as possible, as straight on as possible, so you don't get twisted about as much. I'm going to stick to the edge there, though, because that red car was gunning for someone else. Oh, Lado's been flipped and launched, and we'll give Lado a crash. Oh, crap. I guess that's my karma. Oh, no, we're about to die. Oh, we're not. Very surprised by that. I think because we weren't quite going fast enough or launched high enough to die on that one, but that was about as bad as it could get for me in landing-wise. Everyone over there's some big flights, but everyone does survive. Although there was another purple car. I don't know if that was Valtrak or who it was. It wasn't Hyper. Hyper's still going. Oh, Salmon's snaking their way down the road. Flobo's a little bit stuck. Oh, hello, Midnight. This has become considerably more nerve-wracking now. Because you just know every time... Oh, God, you head down one of these avenues, there's going to be ramp cars. I'm going to let Gliska... Oh! Well, Gliska did do some damage. A bit out of control. It's... Oh, that's a lot of ramp cars, and somehow I wasn't one that was launched. Honestly, just the visuals of this race are just stunning. They are. It's just incredible to go around a corner and there's just all of these cars cartwheeling away. Oh, hey, Bumpy. I'm so glad. Oh, no! You would. No, don't do it. Don't. Orange car. Orange car. Land on your wheels. No. That's the danger. That is the danger of the red triangles. That's why I said they were dangerous. We got away with the launch from Bumpy. We are definitely not an immortal car right there. I just couldn't get that one under control in time. In some ways, yeah, the triangles actually screwed us more because we had almost got it under control when it went wrong. Ninetales exploded, as did Shadow Marine. Now, I will say, so I'm not going to become a ramp car. The reason why is a lot of the game mode goes on without me being able to see it, because the ramp cars are in tunnels. So I will become the spectator mode, which is a jetpack. But that's only for me. That is the only purpose of that is for me as a spectator. We will go down this way. Everyone else, yeah, be ramp cars because the jetpack's not all that exciting. But it's just so that you can see what's going on. Otherwise, yeah, I literally can't. You won't see any of the game mode going on because I'll be in tunnels 90% of the time. It's fun as a ramp car, but visually speaking, it's not all that exciting. Bumpy and Flobo are now out. The numbers are gradually dwindling here. The numbers are gradually going down. Oh, Hyper has exploded. Come on. Oh, here we go. Now, we are above the action. Liam has just got sent skyward, as has Big G. Liam actually done a great job of recovering that one. Ducky landed. Oh, hello, small man. There's also bonus points on offer if you manage to launch a car and hit the jetpack. Pone lands nicely on the wheels. We will just, you know, have a little bit of an investigate down here. We can... actually, no, none of the camera angles are great because the first-person camera angle is a bit funky. Oh, Liam's exploded behind us. Chris has got very lucky there, having landed on the back of the car. I mean, if I can catch a car, I will. Oh! Tried to catch Valtrak. Yeah, if I can catch a car, we absolutely will go for it. I just think it's very difficult to get it perfect. Small man has exploded. So they are starting to drop. I mean, there are going to be some survivors at the 15-minute mark. Lado has been chucked. Lado gets lucky, survives landing on the side. Side is still dangerous, but it's landing on the back or the roof that's the real problematic one. Oh, Midnight's been absolutely chucked to the ceiling, but I don't know. I lost sight of it. And Midnight survives. Midnight survives what should be the worst hit possible, the landing on the back of it, or one of the worst hits possible. Valtrek is gone. Roberto, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, what is a policeman's favourite meal? A T-bone. I think I'm going to give you a boo for that one. I think. Sure. I'm going to go with a boo. I'm going to go with a boo on that. Oh, hello, Lado. Can we annoy Lado? Never mind. Lado's just got flung somewhere. Has anyone seen a Lado? There's Lado. Oh, bloody hell. Hello. Lado found the boost pad. Lado's been chucked at a tunnel that Lado should not be on. Yeah. That's not quite what he's... So, like, sometimes it does happen, because, of course, the boost pads, if you've got any forward momentum, they will just fling your car forward, which does mean sometimes that the cars get themselves stuck going around the tunnel by accident while they attempt to sort of get back again. Lado's cartwheeling and lands on the side. So, vehicles we have left in this one. We have Danger Man, we have Lado, we have Ducky, we have Blazer somehow. Midnight is here, I think it's all Pone, we have Drake, we have Chris, we have Valitane, we have Big G. We have a longbow. And at the 15-minute mark, this is going to get a lot tougher, right? We are going to have missile trucks start being introduced. And these are a lot more damaging than the ramp cars. The ramp cars rely on out-of-control flips, but there's a 50-50 chance that you'll land on your wheels, let's say, or land in an area that's not explosive. A missile truck at great speed landing on you, well, that is just going to outright destroy you in one hit, basically. So, yeah, the missile trucks are a scary prospect. Though there is... Oh, Danger Man's been chucked and bounced, but lands very nicely, actually. A good landing for a Danger Man. I wonder if you could... I have just noticed, actually, the creepy, terrifying face. Actually, not a bad viewpoint of stuff if the jetpack stays landed. It's not bad. Yeah, not a terrible viewpoint. Stu Warner, thank you very much for the donation, saying a slice of apple pie is $2.50 in Jamaica and $3 in the Bahamas. These are the pie rates of the Caribbean. Oh, that is definitely a boo to you. From me and from chat, and Delado has exploded. Now that is a cheer for all of us. Oh, I've got to keep moving, because otherwise I will get kicked for inactivity, even though this is a good thing. It is a boo for the terrible joke, but a yay for... Oh! I've fallen over. Apparently I've had too much to drink. Well, this is an odder camera angle. Oh, the trucks are here! The trucks are here! Oh, the trucks got launched off of a ramp buggy, but never mind. Well, I've apparently had a bit too much to drink. This is our angle for the rest of this one. Christ. There we go. That's a bit better. There goes Ewan's missile truck. It's just going to crush things out of the way. Mute is fallen over. Never mind. So, yeah, not only have you got to deal with... Oh, ramp cars, you do have to deal with missile trucks, although the missile trucks do have their own problems of being launched by the ramp buggies around here. God, Danger Man's got landed on. Right, this is a... Oh, that's where they come from. Ah. That makes sense. This is a very dangerous place to be... oh, bloody hell. Right, here's the new goal. For science I am curious if I can ever position myself well enough. You know, we're pretty resilient. We are pretty resilient to that, all things considered. The ramp truck has, well, it's hit Pone, but hasn't actually done all that much damage. I mean, it is still quite... Oh, Pone has now exploded. The missile trucks are difficult to aim. That is for sure. Big G survives. I think they were bouncing through the air. Ducky survives as well. The approaching inevitable doom from one of those. Mute has just jumped down there. Ewan has jumped down there, and they're both fallen over. Oh, Blazer is no more. That's another one down. They are starting to fall. The dynasties are starting to fall. Gliska has got one of the missile trucks. Oh, bloody hell, that purple one has had a bad day. However, they survive for the moment. The poor missile trucks are getting bullied by ramp cars now. There is Hyper with a missile truck. And Gliska, they're all firing down that direction. Mute has tried... Oh! Chris has exploded. Chris actually exploded from a flip rather than a truck. Which is something... So the trucks can't run in the tunnels. They don't survive. Midnight's gone. The trucks can't run on the banking. The overhang at the front of the truck's just too big. They cannot run in the tube. They don't steer on it. They don't work. Well, Hyper's trying it, but oh, Valentine is gone. Drake is gone now. So yeah, you might run them a little bit in the tube, but they don't have really got the handling. We'll see at some point when Hyper's going to appear. Oh, there it is. Hyper's actually got it through there kind of okay. And oh, hey, Hyper did make it work. Gliska's killed Big G. That was Longbow now out of contention. What is still running? Danger Man is still going. It's Danger Man the last survivor and Ducky, I think. Those may be the last two vehicles. It's Danger Man versus Ducky. Who will claim victory in this one? Oh, Chris has launched Ducky, and Ducky's got punted into the tube. There is a Danger Man about to face a very, very nasty gauntlet of trucks. And it's not going to be Danger Man. Gliska targeted, and Danger Man is no more. It looks like it's going to be Ducky that will claim a victory here in this one. Is going to be toyed with as it gets thrown about. Ducky will claim victory here at the survival race. Flowbo's exploded. Ducky is still alive. They will not be satisfied until that thing is exploded. Well, that could be a while with how strong some of these cars can be. I'd say that works. I'd say, Ewan, the improvements have been good. That works really well. That works really well. Just adding the missile trucks after like 15 minutes does definitely speed up the end. You don't have too many indestructible vehicles, although you do get a lot of ramp cars missing wheels at this point as they get run over by missile trucks. That pink one's lost 2. Oh, hello. Who are you? Oh, Shadow. Shadow's lost a couple of wheels. Stevie's lost a wheel. Ducky's still alive somehow at this point. Some more ramp cars are going to lose wheels. I think there's a case of too many vehicles are actually preventing Ducky's death. Yes, if the Dynasty is on top of the missile trucks, it can't be killed. I like that strategy. That's thinking outside the box right there. I think more more ramp buggies are going to die than Duckies are going to die at this point. Oh, well. There we go. Oh, there it is. It's no more. Oh, good effort. I'll tell you what, Ducky, good effort. You survived like a minute with the entire pack trying to get you, so this is not bad going, really. Oh, yeah, that does seem to work now. I think we've got a survival race that actually works. Danger Man has lost wheels and is at a very funky angle. What is going on with that? That's not right. That's definitely not right at all. That looks like it's not only lost wheels, but sunk into the floor. Ah. Well. Ah! We got laddoed. Actually, that's a surprisingly good hit, considering these jetpacks are literally the most uncontrollable things in the world. Actually, not a bad hit. Anyway, we should probably go and finish the race. Well, yeah, there we go. That was some very, very silly survival racing. However, the good news is that it does actually work. So we are very happy to say that that works perfectly. I mean, it's silly. It's everything we hoped it would be, essentially, and that is the important stuff. I hope you enjoyed the survival racing. It's taken a fair bit of faffing about with. Ewan's done fantastic work to make this wacky circuit. Oh, I hope you enjoyed all of today's stream. It's been good fun. It has been a good fun, crazy session of GTA racing and mayhem, pretty much. Whoop. That's a way to take a corner. It is that time though where we are coming towards the end of of this session. A very big thank you to everybody, of course, for watching, for spending your Sunday evenings with us messing about on GTA. And, of course, a massive thank you to everybody who donated. It is very much appreciated indeed. Apologies, couldn't quite get every single thing, every single track done. We will do Boost Canal next week for folks. But yeah, for the sake of variety and for the sanity of those driving, we can't quite do every silly circuit in a row and so on. But yeah, we will definitely have a go with the Boost Canal next week. Hey, oh no! I thought I'd got that one really well, but nope. Nope, we just balls it up and headbutted concrete. That would have very much hurt. Right. Oh, God. That's a landing for sure. Can we overtake? Oh, no, that's Longbow. Longbow's not on the same lap as us, never mind. So can we overtake Longbow? Yes, but we are a lap ahead of Longbow. Hello, Ninetails. Hello, Lado. Oh. No, I don't want to go into the wall. No, Longbow. Oh, and there we go. I don't know if we were racing foul track for position. Not that it was really mattering, but yeah, there we have it. That is going to... It was foul track for position. That is going to be it for today's stream. I will be back on Wednesday. We will be starting a new game. We will be playing the wonderful Civilization. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be mayhem. Don't quite know what's going to unfold when it comes to that. Should be good fun though. Friendships shall be made. Enemies shall be made. Diplomacy shall be done. War will probably be done. Something silly is going to happen. I'm really looking forward to it. I know it's something a little bit different for this channel, but yeah, Wednesday I'll be back with that. We're back next Sunday, of course, with some more GTA, you know, more normal FailRace content. However, yeah, that shall be it. That'll be it for today's stream. Thank you all very much for spending your Sunday with us. Will be it from me. Until next time, goodbye.